Alright. And, we are live, I believe. There we go. Had to mess with some settings stuff. My, volume's been off, really strangely recently. I don't know why. I've turned things up a bit. Hopefully my mic volume is, good right now. You guys will have to let me know if it's too much or too little or whatever. May have been noticeable in the recent Daily Mirror dungeon is the fact that it's, I said it's, maximum possible volume in editing. At least as much as it allows me, and then it's still quiet. Hello, Fishy. Good day. A good day for some ruining. I did a bunch of random deck buildy type stuff on my own. You know how it is. I mean, we're still early games, so, quote-unquote deck building right now is still really, bare bones. But I tried to do, relatively unique stuff, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, do let me know if my mic volume is fine compared to, the background music or whatever, because it's been a little bit inconsistent lately, and hopefully this will be decent if nothing else. Wouldn't be surprised if it's too loud. I think if I raise my voice too much, I think then it'll be bad, so maybe I need to tweak it a little bit. Maybe that's better or something. Guess we'll see. Let's see. I'm just going through stuff. No new names on the wheel since last week. That's fine enough. There's still 17 names on the wheel. We'll definitely be fine for a while, and, when we do run out of names on the wheel, I'm sure it'll still be fine, of course. Because the thing about that is there's not very many slots for librarians in the first place in this game. So it should be fairly fine. I mean, relatively, there's only 40 slots for listers and librarians in Ruina. That really isn't a lot in the grand scheme of things, compared to how many agents you can have in Lobcorp, and the fact agents actually die in Lobcorp, giving you effectively more space for them. That should be alright. Hopefully we'll get everyone of note into the facility. We'll see, though. In time. Modding a theoretical mod. Floor of entertainment. Sounds funny. I do think theoretical. I think the idea of a mod that can allow you to add floors would be really funny. That'd be really funny framework for allowing shenanigans. I don't know. Kind of thing I'm sure would be pain to actually implement, but I could imagine it's being able to make custom floors, custom avenues or whatever would be very silly. Although I'm sure it would be, a nightmare to actually get through. Who can say? Yeah. The kid from the PBS kid show that had Gordon Ramsay on it? Yeah. It sure is. That was my friend drew that for me for my birthday in December. I don't know why, but pretty funny. I think it was just a funny joke of how Library of Ruin is basically I don't even remember what the show's called, but yeah, it's the one PBS kids show. Yeah. It is pretty awesome though. Just rolling, just clashing against it. My friend did an insanely good job of just mimicking the Ruina art style with it. So theoretical floors, and what could they be? That was an official art piece edited to have them. Yeah, you'd think so, but no. My friend this is a roll and drawn by my friend entirely. I'll scale it up so you can see, but yeah, it's insanely well done. The background was also drawn by my friend. And he's barely played Ruina, too. It's my friend who's, barely played Ruina, but you guys managed to get it down, so well. It's, really, actually, it's, insane. It's back there. Okay, whoops. I'm clicking the wrong things now. Theoretical floors, what they could be. I mean, I think the obvious choices would be just be meme floors. That's the thing. I don't know exactly what, you know, meme floors you'd go for. I mean, I think the obvious, like, choice for, not necessarily a meme thing, but for custom floors is, I mean, doing, like, reverb ensemble floors in place of the patron library and something like that. Which is a funny bit, but once again, I don't know. Paper Shadow is really good. Yeah. I have no clue how we managed to get it just so down to a T. Super Y, that's the name of it, yeah. Yeah, I think I watched it, like, I watched that show at least a little bit when I was younger. I don't know if I watched it a lot. I vaguely remember it. Let me say you were the Kanto IDs of the baddies and the villains of the sinners, yeah. I wonder if that's going to be the joke when we eventually do get, like, the villain identities. Would be funny. They're thought what they could represent, and it matches with regular Ruina. What could they represent what it matches with regular Ruina? I don't know. It's hard to say. That's the thing. It's one of those ideas that I don't know. I mean, like, I guess another obvious floor edition would be DAT. I think is there a DAT mod? I feel like I've heard about it. I don't know if it's, like, finished or anything. I don't know how it works at all, but I feel like there's a mod for it at least some point that had, like, censored and stuff. Hard to say. But yeah, there's something I really want to show. I think I can, if I do it like this, I think I can show it efficiently. Yeah, so my friend told me something really scary. If I go to, you know, I'm on my channel, I'm on like the live section, and if I hover over last week's live stream, I had the Garden of Banban launch for 5 seconds for a bit, and for some reason that's what YouTube was like, yes, that's gotta be what we make it when you hover over a live stream. Like, insane. Roll now. Who else does? Aha, Roll Nation. Okay, bye. Thank you, DC. Here's a Banban jump scare. In case you're wondering who Vacant is and why he is a moderator in my live chat, that is my friend who has been playing through Limbus recently. The one who I just did a daily mirror on his account for the sake of helping him out. Got no idea if he's hearing this. He might, you know. I mean, that's the answer. For the best theoretical floor would be the floor of Banban. I think that's the final answer, right? Yeah, we got to have the floor of Banban. Doing railway through with 2 stars and right away. You never use Talus Glare in normal play. Yeah. I think only 2 stars is like the thing about only 2 stars is you have the 7 Heathcliff, Lantern Dawn, and you have Talisman Sinclair. Like you could get a Rupture team up with the 2 stars easy enough. You could throw on like some other ones. Like you could. I guess you would throw on, like, a Rosespan or Gregor for more Rupture. Probably a couple other decent... Yeah, you also the LCCB units. Yeah, most of the really strong Rupture units are 2 stars. I feel like I have to recycle the slow acting. Oh, yeah, get him to up type 4. Definitely. Oh. I think my mic is peaking. How's the mic volume, by the way? Is it bad? Or is it good? The bar was full red for a second there, so I think there's something wrong. Yeah, people will sometimes argue that, you know, his up tie 4 is like a downgrade. However, only his down upside 4 just makes it so his passive is bad, and just make it so you just gotta straight up use his skill 2. Did he use his skill 2 on an enemy with no rupture at upside 4, and he instantly gets the 5 talismans. Seems good so far. Okay, that's good to hear. Kind of hard to test that kind of thing while I'm actively streaming, so... we shall see. Oh, this guy. Hello, Mario. God. Segregated skill 1 is worthless, but his skill 1 is arguably worth it update 3 too, because his guard does the same thing, but doesn't require heads. Yeah. If you're, like, restarting for the optimal start for Talisman Sinclair, his guard and his skill 1 do nothing. You know? Like, you use skill 2 first turn, you use skill 2, 3 second turn, and then whatever he does for the rest of the fight doesn't matter. He got 5 talismans on the enemy. He's just there to just attack the enemy a couple more times. Don't we have an item to fight now? Yeah, we've got Porcupus to fight. We fight Porcupus, then we'll immediately be able to spin the wheel. Figured it would be a fun way to start the stream. With, you know, a wheel spin immediately. I think it's the only avenue we have right now. Everything else, I believe. We need a couple more random books, yeah. Makes sense. Goes right for the 3-turn cycle, update 3. Guard turn 1, then skill 2, then skill 3. I mean, can't you, if you get a... You say that, but you can get the 2-turn cycle at update 3 still. Use a skill 2 turn 1 to get the Gluttony Resonance active. You need a Gluttony 3 Resonance of Gluttony, and then I think his skill 2 immediately gets him to it, I believe. And then the second turn, you should be able to get the skill 3 off and get the talismans. If I'm not mistaken, it's been a while since I've used him at upside 3. And, you know, getting a Gluttony Resonance is a little rough, but with a Rupture team, it wouldn't be too bad. I don't know what team you're running for sure, though. So in case you guys are wondering, I'm ignoring these two because they are my friends and they're messing with me. Hello, Gyro Mendez. Hello, R2BG12. I see you guys. Passing the pot chin. Fair enough. It's the end time. Can't do it with the passive because an enemy to have no rupture beforehand. Yeah. I mean, chances are turn 1 the enemy will have no rupture, and you just gotta have other people target the other part. I don't know, it's hard to say. Oh well. It's almost 7, so in a minute we'll start the stream itself properly. Angela and the entire routing of books doesn't have the entire tower follow yet. Yeah, the library does not follow normal physics, that's for sure. Maybe they got some, you know, special books. So maybe they've got, like, magnetic books in the library. It's possible. Together, it's just a moving team with the bad speed, and he's gonna have some rupture. Yeah. I think then what you gotta use 2 body parts to your advantage. Like, for example, against Ardor Blossom Moth or something, you gotta, like, have all of them go for, like, the body, while Sinclair targets is the first one to hit, like, the wings or something. Talisman Sinclair is pretty slow. Once again, upside 3, you're kind of in a rough spot with him. I recommend just getting him to upside 4 to make it a lot simpler. So I'm pretty sure anything you do, yeah, in Railway 3 especially, and if you uptie or level up any people, it does reflect immediately. They backpedaled on that change from Railway 2. For Railway 3. Looking at the robot and just 50 megapixels. That is true. The magnetic thing might, you know, go poorly. If, you know, it's Angela we're talking about. We don't know how metallic she is, though. Maybe she wouldn't be, like, metal. Roseman and Mercer was the best class you have. Yeah, Regret is insane. It makes enough sense. Anyways. It's time. Yeah, plot twist. I wasn't playing the music this time, I actually had the game open. If you were looking at the wheel earlier, you would have seen the game open in the corner, but convenience sake. I figured, I don't need to just play the song on, don't need to just play the song on YouTube if I can just have the game open itself. Yeah, let's see, as far as the floors, Malkuth, I've got Salvador burn stuff going on. Chikon, I've got self-bleed, Chikon. Layla, I got Luay stuff, gun. A middle degree of gun stuff, of course. I'm on time. Hello there. Full blunt on Yasad's floor. Actually, I forgot to do some of these passives. Gotta throw in these stray dogs for the punch to the solar plexi. Oh yeah, and the Axe Gang Spirit too, that's right. Where's the other? There's it. Yeah, okay. Because, this is the bait you always got to go with on Yasad's floor, right? Especially early game, and once we get puppets once again. There we go. Asphina's legitimate Master Roblox give you bad DPS. I can imagine, yeah. You got Olga, Axing member, Stray Dogs, just some random stuff really on Hod's floor. Next floor, we've got full defensive. You'll also notice we've got a couple combat preps on this team. Yeah, the plan is these two just spam combat prep, Silent Knight, Guardian, get a bunch of endurance. Lenny uses Retaliate and kills people. That's the rough idea I had. Hello, Shanaz. And then Kedar, of course, Mars, Walter, Tamaki. Fairly normal stuff. But anyways, let's just get started with Porcubus, shall we? Would have been really funny if I forgot about Porcubus's gimmick and built a gun floor in this. Yeah. Because, it takes no damage on range pages. Because, for some reason, Porcubus is like that in LobCorp too. It's just such a random thing. But yeah, assumably it's because, the ecstasy or something. I don't know. Yeah, characters for life reach pleasure in the hand. If they have 3 pleasure, pleasure blows up their head. It's that sort of thing. We've got Retaliate, though, which might be able to deal with time for the head to burst, and that's kind of what I'm betting on here, I think. Endurance, you can get a combat prep off. We'll redirect that afterwards. You can get a combat prep off. Nice. Seems solid. We do love a good combat prep. In my experience, you can say what multi-block impetuses are good pages for endurance spam. That's true. I could actually focus on endurance spam properly if I wanted to. If I wanted to be smart. Pleasure, you've got a little bit of pleasure too. That's fine. You go for this. You can combat prep for this, and I guess otherwise we just one-sided you a bunch. I don't know. I don't think this team is very good. That's for sure. I'm just kind of doing whatever, really. But look at that retaliation. Yeah, and now Porcubus dodges our attacks, though. The block team might not be the best for the Porcubus fight. I will accept that is, potentially true. Especially for... Oh, we can grab Echoes from the Beyond, though. Let's go. Best Abno page. You're not doing very nice stuff for us. Well, we can Silent Knight one of these. We'll Silent Knight the higher speed one. You can Silent Knight the other one, and then what do you have? You've got a single... You can give a Guardian. Next turn, we're not going to be doing nearly as well for that, unfortunately, but that's fine. But yeah, we do that. Big old worm just wriggles out of the way. That is true. It is very wriggly. There goes all... It gains all of its stagger resist back now, unfortunate. Yeah, that's just kind of how Porcubus is, though, so I'm not too shocked. Unfortunately, we're not going to have the best condition here for me. You kind of need some light. Yeah, that'll work. I'm not going for your, funny attack right now, which is unfortunate. Okay, try that, and then maybe you can Silent Knight this one or something? Nah, that's not going to be great. I guess we should probably just pleasure you, yeah. We'll do another one-sided as well, because we got a light for it. Okay, that was certainly something. Yeah, I mean, we're doing decent damage at least, but our light is going to be awful from now on. pretty much. You clash that. You're gonna throw in like a one-sided Guardian. You're gonna throw in a one-sided Guardian, and we'll clash with pleasure and hope we roll well. And there's really made everybody look like a joke. Fill up with stagger and turn 2 and cut timer. You couldn't do a thing. Yeah. If I actually like thought about it a little more than I was, like I'm sure I could be doing really well with it. It's kind of a meme team is how I'm playing it though, which probably isn't the best way to play it. Oh, you don't have a retaliation. That's unfortunate. Would be a great time for retaliation. You can try a Silent Knight though. You only have 2 endurance though, so it's really not gonna go too well, yeah. Well, you could give the combat prep a try. It's not gonna work. You're gonna have too many pleasures in your hand. Yeah, I can tell. Well, what's the worst that can happen? Lenny could instantly die. I guess that's pretty bad. Means using a net sec instead of odd. Lol. Yeah. That's true. I don't know why I did on Netsack, and you know it kind of was not the best play. We're doing like no damage to you, and we're also not really winning clashes against you like at all, which really kind of was the expected outcome, all things considered. I'm late, but you were here. Yeah, you're not missing much. It was a pretty uneventful and not great Porcupus fight. Pleasure. You can combat prep that, sure. I love ignoring mechanics here and just using discard. That's also a very fair strategy, I think. +1 dice power to you. Yeah, that sounds good. Trying to combat prep, maybe? That won't beat it. Silent Knight then instead, yeah. Okay. We'll try that. We can Silent Knight that. And then that's something. We're doing some damage though. We're not down for the count quite yet. We will be soon, don't get me wrong. Especially given NSX got like no like capabilities of doing anything decent here. But that's alright. We got this. Okay, you can't redirect that, unfortunate. What do you have against Wide Grin? Not much. We will try to Silent Knight it, and we cannot win most of those clashes. We can go for a pleasure then. Yeah, we'll try it. Combat prep? Sure. Yeah, I think our head is bursting a little bit. Not exactly the best. We use Teardrop and Librarian Eugen Page. I mean, it's got a max, right? Yeah, max 60. So on death, everyone takes 60 damage. 60 is still a lot. Like, I'm pretty sure Eugen is like the only page other than like Greta that has a max that actually can reach this max. This max basically only exists for Eugen, I'm fairly certain. I mean, I think, what are the other GIDs max? Their probably maxes are like 100 or something, technically, right? I don't remember. Okay, throw a combat prep there, throw a combat prep there, looks good. Yeah, look at that blockage. That's where that makes it worth it, I think. We're gonna play see that you appreciate even other bouts as like burn and libs that are consistent damage. Yeah. That's true. Okay, we're gonna go for Silent Knight here. We're gonna go for a combat prep here. We haven't lost yet though, which is kind of like the saddest part of this entire thing. Like we're not really winning, but we're not losing either, you know? Yeah. Oh, that's some good rolls. Yeah, that's nice. We said no one long engaged with your numbers, they incinerate is so nice. Yeah. I definitely could also try that. Like, it's not like that's like that idea is completely like out of the possibility. We try Silent Night in these situations, alright. Sure thing. Sounds good. Yeah. Not bad. Okay. Okay, no, I mean, not bad once again. Something else doesn't help that we don't really have oh, we got a guardian. I think this is where Netzak dies. Okay, wait, he's at 5. Pergus has 5 HP. Pergus has 5 HP. Okay, okay, we just need a good pleasure, maybe? We could win these? The game is kind of like Terraria. Elaborate. Okay, we win those. We win those. Very clean fight. this Silkherd fight both parties did single-digit damage. Yeah, a lot of that is just due to my own, you know, lack of skill in deck building, but it works. All thanks to the damage on Netzak's death. No sleep person whose range exceeds the damage attacker was on his attack range. Oh yeah, like you mean he's not weak. Guns still do damage if you do them like point blank. Yeah, it's just like a certain threshold of range, I think. You don't reek of alcohol today. What's up? Because I didn't drink. I just want to stay sober today. What's gotten into you? You look pretty sad to miss out on a chance to drink. Whoops, was it that noticeable? Classic. Hello. Well, today is a special day. The day I died and perished from this world. Really? What's the date again? It's hard to keep track of time staying here. The date doesn't really matter. Could have been our chance to actually get, you know, a date drop in Ruina, but no. Netzak's just making stuff up, basically. It's this exact moment I'm commemorating. I learned all about the life and death of Giovanni, my first incarnation. Again, in the floor of art, there's a bar. Yeah, could be. That's what you meant, huh? I need to put this up a little bit, there, that works. Do you think the followers of the Church of Gears are a bunch of fools, Roland? You mean how they're so desperate to find meaning in their lives, going as far as to join a cult? Nah, I don't think they're stupid. They're just pitiful. That's what I think, too. They grew up without anyone to call parents. Run by the goo creatures, true. Giant blob which is on the painting, yeah, the weird little tentacle monster. Assumably it's a painting Netzak did of the tentacle monster in the background of Netzak's floor itself, which sure is something. Same here. I was raised by my grandma. Had a rough childhood. I was born in a nest and got left in an orphanage without even knowing who my parents were. I'd have died already if it was the back streets. I was lucky to be born in a nest, and unlucky to have lost my parents so early. That text thing is just completely unchilling. Yeah. What nest was it? K-Corp's. Yeah, easy to forget Netzak is from K-Corp. Makes sense, you know, green color scheme, but, you know, that sort of thing isn't, like, guaranteed to, like, occur, but, yeah, very fitting. Still want to eat the green guys, yeah. And I think that's a little rude to them. I think they just deserve to be pet. They're little creatures. That's one of the more decent ones I've heard. Yep, my life was pretty smooth. Slightly more unfortunate than others, and slightly luckier than others. Green guys are alcohol, right? I don't think we're given a description of what they are. They're just creatures. All we know is from one of the Q&As that Project Moon said they can, in fact, be pet. And that they're... I think they might have said they're like cats. I don't remember for sure. One of the Q&As might have said something about them being like cats. In, like, kind of like nature. Like, they just kind of chill around. Being dubious or whatever. I never really starved or got bullied by anyone. It was a sheltered life, free from any outside influence. All I did was breathe in that shelter without meaning. I thought it was the natural thing to do. Everyone else had the same expression as mine. In the school or on the streets, all the people in the nest made the same face. Lost focus, spacing out and staring into empty places?
맞아요.
You're
정말
spot on.
그랬어요.
I figured life just
이렇게
comes and
살다가
goes.
저렇게 떠나가는구나 싶었죠. 그렇게
I kept
숨을
living a
쉬며
monotonous
살면서
life until I met someone with a face I'd never seen
난생
before.
처음 보는 얼굴의 사람을 만난 거예요.
It'll be really funny when we do inevitably get the next tech announcer, and he's just like, yeah, whatever. I'm gonna go have a drink, and then he just leaves. And he doesn't have any lines beyond that. He's like, alright. Oh, I'm guessing you met your first love.
그런가 봐요.
I suppose. It was Giovanni's first love, to be
지오바니가
exact.
사랑이지만요.
Green guys will be tasty. That is true. I'm sure they would be quite delectable.
거리 한복판에서
She was giving a
관심
passionate
없이
speech in the middle of the
지나치는
street,
사람들에게
even though no one paid
열심히
attention to
뭐라
her.
말하고 있었죠. 그 사람이
I barely
말하는
understood what
내용은
she was saying,
사실
actually.
귀에 하나도 안 들어왔어요. 다만
All I could think about was how brilliant and alive a
사람이
person
살아있을
could
수
be.
있구나라는 생각만 들었죠.
Love at first sight.
그 사람은
She went on about how she'll change this
이
world and its
세상과
people.
사람을 바꾸겠다고 열심히 말했어요.
These like battery acid. I could see that too. Yeah, little battery acid creatures.
그리고
And she was looking for recruits to join her cause. Isn't it funny? Who in the nest would want to give up their comfortable life for research like that? Really?
그런 연구에 참여하겠어요?
Yet you did.
맞아요.
True. Maybe she went in the seats expecting to run into someone like Giovanni.
걸린다는 것을 알게 그녀의 이름은
Her name was Carmen.
카르멘이었어요. 카르멘.
Carmen? Huh. Carmen could have just been reading the B movie script and it's like would still fall through sheer charisma. Yeah, I mean that's how some characters are. Like especially like in Project Moon, there's quite a few characters who, you know, their charisma alone. Like Carmen's the obvious example, you know, the more recent example, of course, of it's a bit backwards charisma, but you know, Ahab being a similar situation where, you know, she could convince people of like anything. Less charisma and more gaslighting there, but it's that gaslighting takes charisma. That's the thing. Because charisma doesn't necessarily mean, you know, being used for good purposes. That's for sure. Until not projecting moment. Yeah. He's a little blunt about this kind of thing. That's for sure. Whenever I saw Carmen bringing joy and pride for her cause, I felt alive too. I wanted to stay with her forever. Though she probably just saw me as a good friend or colleague and nothing more. Ah, the heart-rending agony of unrequited love. Thank you, Roland. It didn't matter to me that much. I was content with living on like that. But the tragedy befalls the research team, right? Yep. Slowly. Progress of her research stagnated, and Carmen gradually lost her liveliness. And then, when a kid named Enoch died during an experiment, it's as if something within her snapped. When it snapped. I wanted to cheer her up somehow, but seeing Carmen's lethargic face scared me so much. It was like I was erased from this world. And Carmen entered her own life soon after that. That sure sounds tragic. Must have shocked you hard. Like, Dora Ruina slowly sprinkles and hints towards Carmen's true nature throughout to say to her glowingly LC portrayed her. Yeah, I really think it's like just how like Carmen and Ayan are handled in Ruina is like exceptionally well. That's for sure. Just because, like, I mean, obviously everyone in the city is not of like a truly like purely good nature. That's for sure. LobCorp, you know, we're looking through tinted lenses. That of, you know, Ayan himself, basically, of, you know, oh yeah, Ayan, you know, he did this bad thing, but, you know, it's good in the end, and Carmen, you know, would do no wrong. And in this case, we're playing the game through Roland and Angela's lens. Angela, of course, having pretty ill feelings on especially Ayan, and also Carmen, too, in the process, although not nearly as much. And Roland, of course, you know, being all too familiar with the ways of the city, can just easily see through him, and is like, yeah, this sounds like a lie. Fault does lie with Enoch, though. That's real. That is true. Maybe he was a better test subject, you know, he wouldn't have died. Then, you know, Lisa wouldn't have been like, you should have been the one to die to Carmen, and then Carmen wouldn't have died. Blame the child. That's always the safe option.
받아들이지 못한 건 아니었어요. 오히려
Librarians
덤덤했죠.
having become more healthy, and more importantly, everyone as their brain knows Conman hasn't been charmed, helps put stuff through a new light. Yeah. I was actually pretty calm about it. I thought even the person who was more alive than anyone could meet such an early and miserable end.
라는 생각을 했어요.
Gaslight fight of Ahab versus Carmen. Unfortunate thing is, like, we already know that Ahab has better gaslighting powers by the simple fact that Ahab genuinely didn't even hear Carmen's voice. Like, Ahab just went straight to ego. Like, I think Ahab's, like, gaslighting is kind of, like, unparalleled. Although Carmen's got more reach at this point, that's the thing. Like, if Ahab was, like, in the light, then I think it would be, like, over for, like, a lot of people. I don't know. I think this is a really weird, like, power scale-esque, like, versus battle. Who would win, Ahab or Carmen? God. I decided to stay in the laboratory to help out with completing the research Carmen started. Our colleagues were still there, and they didn't lose hope just yet. Then one day, they said we might possibly be able to save Carmen. A tempting offer, wasn't it? Better that she didn't even doubt what she's saying. Yeah. Ahab gaslights herself. It was, and I'm guessing it came at a price. It was a risky experiment. The subject could slip into a permanent coma if it went wrong. Carmen couldn't gaslight Benjamin, while Ahab could still gaslight Ishmael despite everything she saw of her. Yeah. Ishmael could see... Oh god. Ishmael could see directly through Ahab's things and still fell for it. Benjamin also, you know, is just kind of built different. Gaslight off is crazy. Well, yeah. No one was willing to participate, so I volunteered to be the subject. Have you ever thought that Ahab goes insanely incomplete, even Philip and Ishmael had the background? Oh yeah, don't worry, absolutely. I know Ahab's is definitely incomplete. That's for sure. It seems very incomplete. Because, I mean, it's just in a single arm. Like, you look at it, and it's just a single arm. It's not like a full thing yet. It reminds me a lot of, you know, like, Philip's incomplete ego. Like, you know, it's there, but, like, it's still definitely far from completion. I absolutely agree with that. She might, like, corrode or something, honestly. Especially with, like, the whale being dead. I wouldn't be surprised if she's just broken down, even, you know, with Herman's, you know, support and stuff, and she ends up, like, going full distortion. Although, I don't know. I think there's a very decent chance that, you know, Herman group is going to be the distortions while we're going to get, like, ego stuff from Demian group. Although at this point, like, there's really not that big of a distinction. Like, even more so than before, like, I feel. I think you could pretty easily go either way for most characters. Could be vice versa, too, is the thing. Demian's group seems to be more in touch with, like, you know, more primitive nature, I guess. I don't know. I feel like I'm wording wrong, but it makes sense for them to distort too, and, you know, for ego to be the Herman ensemble thing. If it was any other position, she'd actually be super scary. Imagine Ahab in the Mirror Worlds. Yeah. And you go, use people's souls as fuel. Yeah, I'm really excited to see... At some point, we're going to fight Ahab again. That's the thing. Near the end of the game, probably. Whenever we're confronting a Herman group. And I really wonder how they're going to go about doing that. Like, is she going to take, like, the souls of other people? That's the thing. Like, imagine like, a distorted ensemble type fight, where you're fighting against, like, maybe, like, 4 members, like, Herman's group, and, you know, whenever you kill one of them that isn't Ahab just takes, their, like, soul or something, and then starts using their power. Damn, as he seems to be related to Blue Star, and there's no obvious sense of distortion. I don't think Blue Star is there. I mean, the comparison with Demi is usually Little Prince, right? Like, I think Blue Star is a little harder of a thing. I don't know. I mean, I assume you mean because, like, he's got, like, the weird blue power and stuff. I don't know what his deal is yet. I think it's Mark of Cain, though. I think his power is not ego or distortion yet. I'm pretty sure it's just the Mark of Cain and being, like, attuned to it. Because the Mark of Cain, like, in, like, Demian's, the book itself, did allow them to create, you know, massive powers. To the point where, you know, Sinclair uses the Mark of Cain to start World War I believe. Once again, it's been a while since I've read Demian, so don't quote me on that, but I'm fairly certain that's implied in the ending of the book. Sounds like the Chrome perceived identical Blue Star to me. It's actually funny you mention that, because the two sound effects, it uses the sound effect from, Funeral of Butterflies, and then it uses the Durandal sound effect. Those are the two sounds that Demi plays when he kills Cromer. The Durandal one always throws me for a loop, though. Like, why did they reuse that sound effect there? I think it's just because it sounds fitting. I don't think it's anything story-wise. But when he talks about stars, everyone seems to be talking about stars in here, though. That's the thing. I don't know. Because, like, that's a big thing for, like, Donna to, like, follow the star. Find just the star. It seems to be, like, a thing Olympus entirely, is the fact that they're trying to, like, find the stars, the wishes for all the sinners. That's why they signed up, because they were promised their stars. You know, it was assumed as booster thing. Yeah, I could see how you get confused. It's very, like, memorable LobCorp Ruina star sound effects. Because it's, like, the ding. We'll see the ding in time. Should probably continue the story. Carmen coming back would have been the ideal outcome, but even if it failed and I ended up sleeping forever, I was okay with that. In a world without Carmen, I lost my light anyway. So I can understand people taking desperate measures to find meaning in their lives, like the Church of Gears we recently saw. I participated in an experiment that could get me killed for a similar reason. And its result was a failure. Nah. Yep. Then I was given a second life. Woke up in Lobotomy Corpus Netsack. Even though I had already abandoned all attachment to life before I died. In the midst of confusion, I could hear a nostalgic voice. It told me to try and live on. You know, Sinclair's those people in his air with his skill through, which is crazy because they know that he does that Rhino Merso. I think doesn't I'm trying to remember. Does Liu Hong lose? Does one of his actually send the opponent into the air? I know he sends himself into the air a bit, but does Liu Hong Lu do that too? He might. Yeah, base Sinclair is wacky though, that's for sure. Marky Kane shenanigans. So eventually we'll probably get like a bot ID from like a wall purchase night or something, and then, you know, it'll be really funny just seeing like the funny like barrage of attacks hitting enemy into the air and into the ground. I don't know. I don't know if we'll actually ever get a bot ID. Would be funny though. He's got a really cool special card. He just jumps. Yeah, okay. He doesn't launch the enemy with him. She's skill too much. I don't. It's been a while. I say that I don't pay attention to Liu Honglu very much. After all those twists and turns, I finally got here. Now with the fearlessness to keep on living. There's the line, the Seed of Light line. That's a commendable spirit, Nats. And now, I want to actually live, rather than just barely exist while doing nothing but breathe. If I get a chance to, that is. I'm starting to think it might actually be possible this time around. The world is bigger than I expected, and there's lots of hideous sides, but there certainly is beauty to be found. I guess your drinking habit was a coping mechanism to get you through each day. Pretty much. I do enjoy alcohol for what it is, though. Thank you, Honglu aficionado, for confirming that his skill 2 does in fact launch enemies. How silly, though. I think there's a lot of, untapped potential the shenanigans they do. Like, they still haven't done anything like the fact that, like, what is it? Boatworks Ishmael's skill 3 just rotating the camera like that. Like, it's insane. It's very off-putting, but, you know, it's cool. I feel like Captain Ish isn't really Burn Team. He's worried she'd replace Leo Ish, but luckily she doesn't. Yeah. I am very tempted to run Burn Team with Captain Ishmael next week for the sake of the Mirror Dungeon 3 hard. Would be a funny bit. I don't know, though. Same for me. I feel like a drink now, shall we? I'm all for it. Cheers for today. There we go. Lore realization has been completed. We get, you know, Laughing Powder, really strong Abno page. Just recover 2 to 4 staggers if the character isn't staggered when hit. It's nice. There's probably this 1 for half stagger is just as funny. This one's probably something. And we've got a new person. So we're gonna get to spin the wheel. Oh, the wheel is off-center. There we go. That's better. Before I spin the wheel, though, I'm going to set up the poll, though, because after we do this, if you weren't here last time, I am doing a thing where, you know, I'm having you guys vote for which path we take in the actual main story, which is very silly. And it could be very bad, especially given one of the options here, but we'll see. I'm going to set that up before we spin the wheel, and then we shall spin the wheel. Okay, there we go. There's the poll. There's your options. Carnival, Bremen, Wedge, Gaze. So you guys can vote on which fight to do next. You know all outcomes already. Yeah. Good to see, yeah. There's a reason why I used it for the funny thumbnail, because of course Carnival is going to be an obvious one. But yeah, while that poll is going, we are going to spin the wheel, see which of you guys is going to be next up in the facility. Let me check to make sure there's nothing new. There's been nothing new yet, okay. Want to make sure, and spin the wheel. See just who's getting added. Next up. Bled. That's a silly name. Okay, Bled is going to be the next librarian. Let me pull that up, see who exactly Bled could be. Let's see if I go to... Fuck me, oh, that's yours. Very nice. Bled. Okay, I need to pull this up on the side so that I can actually see it, and then customize librarian. Looks nothing in particular, so we'll just keep it with what it is. Nothing else? Nothing else. In general, just use whatever's randomly given and or whatever you feel like is most appropriate. Alright. We'll just stick with this then. Sounds good enough. Blah. Several librarians with a name that is not a real name. Yeah. Of course, as you do. I will probably want to give you a key page. Let's see, what do I have for block? And do I have any more like Walters? I've used all the Walters, that makes enough sense. I think going any further down is a bad idea. I could just throw on some of these and just use block anyways. That is true, like throw on like, what if we do block G-Con? Does that work? Calitably, honestly, it's funnier this way. Fair enough. Yeah, you've got some block stuff on G-Con. Yeah, well, we'll try running G-Con. This is a flawless plan, I think. Oh, he can frontal dodge the thing. Yeah. We can do something like that. And, don't know if we really... I mean, the 2 costs don't have block too, but we'll throw them on 2 for the sake of it. Yeah, frontal dodge. That works well. Once again, this is a card that has no self-bleed on it, so it is a G-Con card. You know, not too much. Mouse case defense. You know, sometimes the best defense is a good, self-offense, I guess. That's fair enough. And then as far as actual things we can throw on, I guess we can throw on... We're out of Yuns. I think we still have another area, though, so we can throw on Art of Defense. I mean, Yuns is evade anyways. I don't think we put any evade on you. We'll also throw on, we can do something else random, too. Really isn't too much options for actually decent stuff, but we'll throw on, like, a Jack page and give you emergency rations for something. The enemy can't hurt you if you hurt yourself first. Exactly. But it seems like the vote is pretty notably for the Carnival. Which makes a lot of sense. Expecting as much. We get to hear the funny. Here it is. Need Book of Gyeongmi. Sounds good. Yep. Let's do it. Taste of sweepers never cease to surprise. Always disgusting in new ways. Never realized there could be so many flavors of filth. Reminded of taste of fixer we ate. Was soft, was happy. Hard to eat, but tasty. Produced good silk. Was satisfied. Must feed on sweepers for another week. Because we must spin more silk. Index gave such prescript. Still so funny how these guys are never explained. Like, they're just monsters of the city. They're just similar, like, lake creatures, of course, not, lake specific, but, just creatures that just exist in the city, I suppose. Maybe they are just people that are just really good at making silk. What if Mother of Sweepers moved before we finish? We hunt and feast? Must weave cloth. Carnival, do you know the VA who voices Yan also voices Gamma? Who has to even eat Yan? Yan. Very interesting. I did not know that. Huh. No? Wondered if we had plans when sweepers start retaliation. I know a couple, like, the random, like, voice overlaps. Like, Sinclair Boris is one of the really funny ones. Especially given how Boris actually does, like, a little whistle in, Ruina. Funny Sinclair joke. Like, people, are they monsters, like, a subspecies of sweeper? Who knows? Maybe it's just a byproduct of, like... Maybe this is just... Whatever singularity is used to turn, like, flesh into fabric, maybe it just turns people into this. Maybe that's just how it works. Yeah, so, it's monsters. They're respectable members of the economy. We gotta respect them. I mean, here's the thing. There's no way you can be like, we don't respect these guys when they make, like, the drip in Project Moon. Like, the drip for most characters is, like, unmatched. Especially because we know these guys... We know these guys made the Reverb ensemble fabric specifically. Because they make Nuovo fabric, which gets, taken by Seiya, which gets taken by Tanya, which is brought to the actual Reverb gang, and, they make the suits out of that, which is why they have the Nuovo fabric passive. If they all seriously try to eat us, we must have limits. Sweepers are quiet for now? Reasons unknown. These are also one of, like, the few sets of named characters that don't have unique books and just share a book. Because there's no book of Alpha, no book of Beta, no book of Gamma. It's just Book of the Carnival. The only other group that's like that, I believe, is that actually just turns named people into unnamed people is the Rats. How the Rats just don't have unique books. It's not that big of a difference, that's for sure. Just funny to point out. Index has its gaze on us. We only make fabric as prescript pointed. No other prescript from Index. None? No need for worry. Index is good friend. Hello, everyone. There's Yon. Unless we suckled upon the... Not yet. In time. Greetings. Greetings. Messenger? Greetings. Yes. Thank you for the greetings. I'm here to give you guys a new prescript. If you want to know more about the sweepers, yeah. In time. The sweepers would be perfect for, like, an event, Like, something similar to, Green Dawn, where you just have to fight waves upon waves upon waves of them. Head to library? Have other paper with you? This is no prescript. You're right, this is an invitation to the library. It's needed according to the prescript. Must go to library? Hi everyone, hello. We must eat sweepers and weave fabric. Can we eat messenger? Will be tasty? Would produce good silk. No, I'm afraid not. You guys must obey the prescripts, remember. Jojo posing mid-conversation, yeah. That's for sure. You want to continue your silk-making business, no? If you don't follow your prescripts, the proxies will visit you. Prescript from first for us? Should Yami this prescript just to kill the carnival? That's honestly cool. Maybe. It's really hard to tell, like, what exactly Yun's Golds is with. He didn't really think through the prescript. I'm pretty sure that's the thing. Like, he doesn't really think through the prescripts too much. He just does whatever. But maybe he did just want to kill the carnival. That could actually be the case. I don't know how they've wronged him. Maybe he just doesn't like them. If we break order, prescripts will not forgive. Perhaps the library have new ingredient to make new silk with. Since I'm done delivering the prescript, I'll be on my way. I'm sure you guys are already aware, but don't forget what happens if you fail to carry out any prescript. Sorry to interrupt, but we're here to retrieve our fabric. Hello there, the Kurikumo clan, the Thumb subsidiary, right? Maybe they test out his freedom by making prescript or killing a gang of cannibals using them. Yeah. I mean, that makes enough sense. We don't like this carnival. I, for one, like this carnival. The duality of carnival watcher. Duality of viewers. Some like the carnival, some don't. That's how it goes. Greetings, Kurikumo clan. We'll take the Nuova fabric requested by the Thumb. The payment is in that briefcase. By the by, I'm certain a finger bobo is about to begin, and this is a rather frivolous behavior from the Index. What should we do, Dame? He may be a simple messenger, but he's still an executive member of the Index. It will be difficult to take him on by our own. It is a valuable opportunity nonetheless, especially since the messenger is alone right now. Sure, all I do is deliver words from up above. The Index is the same as always. Now then, why don't we go our own ways if we're done with all business here? The carnival can visit the library, we can take our fabric, and Mr. Messenger probably has places to be. Is that an organization producing fabric? Yep. Quality fabric is a rarity. Tailors are just as important as syndicates and fixers. Those guys seem to be operating underground. Looks like they're eating people to make silk. What's so special about it? Isn't it the same old piece of cloth? Nuh-uh. He just wags his finger. Nuh-uh. That's not your ordinary textile, ma'am. You still have a lot to learn. There's a good reason a lot of hotshots in the city are dressed in normal-looking attire and not plate armor. You know, no one said a single word while Seiya was on screen. Interesting. You've probably seen it from some guests, but those aren't just regular clothes. A high-quality fabric can provide just as much protection as the augmentation procedure. Not even money could buy top-of-the-line fabric sometimes. Some can only be earned by joining memberships of workshops or tailors. Something in this world are entailed a complex web of interests, like fame and stuff, which can't be cleared with money alone. Oh, this game seems cool. Yeah, this game, it's Library of Ruina. It's the second in the series. LobCorp, Library of Ruina, then Limbus Company. And I'm playing through it on stream. I've played it before, but you know, it's a fun game. I enjoy it a lot. There's a lot of viewer customization stuff, which is cool. Like, is similar to Limbus or different. Yeah, it's the game before Limbus. Yeah, its combat is vaguely similar. It's got a similar story. It's set in the city, of course. I mean, if you're coming from Limbus, you probably vaguely know about Ruina somewhat. Yeah, it's Limbus, but more. It has its differences. The combat's similar and very different in ways. I don't know. You'll see it in a second. I'm starting to feel dazed from all this information. Well, that's enough of that. Why don't we close our eyes for a moment and make a wish? And you aren't helping at all. We gotta pray that the prescripts don't target the library. Okay, I can close my eyes and make a wish. Use dice as other coins and a gacha, you get stuff as you progress, yeah. Are you actually playing along? I wish for you to stop babbling nonsense. Anyway, things could get really messy once a prescript points at the library. The Index, one of the 5 fingers, is gonna be after us. They'll do anything to keep coming for him. The Index? That's one of the 5 giant syndicates that rule over the back streets. They're called as such because they literally have all of the back streets in their hands. It's simple, really. Anyway, the Five Fingers have enough power and influence to rival the Wings, so nothing good will come out of opposing them. And the Index is like a group of zealots. They obsess over the orders they call prescripts. For them, prescripts are something they must follow. Yep, prescripts must be carried out, as they say. And we have a subsidiary at the thumb butting in too. I just hope things don't escalate too much. Whoever may visit, we simply do our best to receive them. Hungry? What? Can spin new kind of thread. Excited? Greetings, guests. Greetings. Greetings? Greetings. Okay to eat. Could produce wonderful silk. Will make pretty blue silk. Seems she would taste even worse than sweepers? True? Does not seem human? Even the carnival can tell. I mean, it makes sense. You know, they're monsters of their own, so they can probably just distinguish it easier than normal people. Want to eat something tasty now? Tired of disgusting food? I'm Angela, director and librarian. May you find your book? Such short greeting. So insincere, too? Disappeared. Yeah, Angela didn't want to put up with these guys. But these guys have tailoring, which is a card I've, like, never used. Yeah, it's the first 4 cost in the game. It's a 6 to 10, 6 to 10. Sure. It's not great. But it has its, you know, benefits. I might run this team a little bit. Let's get rid of Dreki for blah to blah. Sure thing. But yeah, we'll run with Nets Explore. Yeah, you can see the first time in the game we've had to do this, but you know, we have 4 librarians, but we can only have 3 in this specific fight as stated here, so we have to choose which 3 we're taking. Oh, Gregor is currently rolling around on his bed. He is laying on his back. So silly. Yeah, Gregor's currently sleepy. It's late at night, so you know, he's fast asleep, somewhat. It's kind of glaring at me right now, so maybe he's not so fast asleep, but you know. Fastening fabric to his hands. And we can do some combat preparation in the meantime. You know, the shenanigans. These guys have a lot of block dice first, which is not great for us, really. We can go for like a now die though on this guy, sure. Should get the emotion level up pretty immediately, I'd assume. You get the Guardian for endurance to allies next scene, so the next turn everyone gets 5 endurance. When you woke up in the morning and fell asleep again, by the way. Hi, hello, Cauliflower. You haven't missed too much. We did Porcubus, and now we're doing Carnival. You have not missed the important scene. Everyone, make sure that, you know, once I beat this fight, you are paying full attention, as we're about to see the most important scene in the game. 5 endurance this turn. We could probably just retaliate the tailoring. We might even be able to, like, Silent Night the tailoring. I guess we also do getting a lot of benefit from Fascinating Fabric, too. Like, it's not a bad idea. I remember it's just kind of a good passive. It's easy to forget about it for, you know, certain strategies. AKA killing your allies with a bit. Which is an important strategy. Of course. Because then they have to have human orders get an ID. All for Carnival Mersa. Yeah, we don't know exactly what the threshold is, though. I wouldn't be surprised if these guys are, you know, a little bit too out of the ordinary to get IDs. PM seems to care a lot about making sure the IDs are easily enough to tell that they're the respective center. And these guys, it's a little bit hard, I'd say. Just a little. I think I need to clash you now. Okay. We'll do this. We'll do one of these. We'll redirect that. We can't actually. And then we'll just clash this with weight up for no particular reason. These guys aren't going to live too long. I'm not too worried about getting their books since, you know, they don't have unique books. And, you know, we can take Echoes from the Beyond to, you know, really shove a nail in their plans, I guess. Yeah, here's my chance with this guy, and then you guys are just gonna try killing the others. Sure. We've got, like, nothing good for offense on our team, though. Shh! Because we're running defense floor, and because we're not running defensive Hakma, it's really not doing a lot. That's nice, though. Only one left. We should be able to take it out. Oh, yeah, we can hit him with a frontal dodge, which is basically, you know, just a cheaper Fascinating Fabric. Fascinating Fabric is kind of good, though, really. I feel like I'm insane for saying that, and I immediately, like, am doubting my, like, decision to say such a thing. Oh, hi, Gregor. Hello. He has woken up, and he's saying hello to me. He wants his pets. Six to 8 of 8 is actually, like, insanely good as well. Of course, it's from Fascinating Fabric, and it is a 3 cost, so that's not, you know, great, but it's cool. It's delightful to savor the joys of victory. Yeah, down goes the carnival. Okay, Gregor, yes. Hi. Like Fascinating Fabric? Yeah, it's cool. It's pure defense, you know, it is questionable, but I'm also using a pure defense thing with Chikon, so I'm not really one to judge right now, I don't think. Yeah, we get our books to the carnival, and here we go.
힘들었어요? 지쳤어요? 쉬고 싶어요? 배고파요? 나가고 싶어요?
잘리고 싶어요? 뼈가 녹아요. 살이 터져요? 죽지는 않아요.
예, 죄송합니다. 그만하겠습니다.
There it is. Best scene in the series. Most important in the entire series. Let's play it a couple more times.
힘들었어요? 지쳤어요? 쉬고 싶어요? 배고파요? 나가고 싶어요?
잘리고 싶어요? 뼈가 녹아요. 살이 터져요? 죽지는 않아요.
예, 죄송합니다. 그만하겠습니다.
We love it. It's so peak. It's such a good scene.
그래서
So, what do you think will happen next? Looking at how things are going, we're pretty much guaranteed to confront at least one of the fingers. We've already heard the thumb and the index. Any one of them is going to be a huge pain.
솔직히 어떤 손가락이든 간에 골치 아플 거야.
기대되는 걸?
I look forward to it. Oh, of course you do. I'm the one doing all the fighting and bleeding for you.
새삼스럽지만 고마움은 느끼고 있어.
Despite all Roland's been the most sad and resigned he's Yeah, he really does it. He really portrays it well. I know this goes without saying, but I am thankful for what you do.
네네.
Sure you are, ma'am. In any case, let's give it our best shot. We have an to deal with now. We've got Spider Bud. Percent of Angela becoming more of a goober. Yeah. So silly. I mean, in the pre-battle thing, she was also being funny, you know. When Roland's like, yeah, close your eyes and make a wish, and Angela's like, yeah, alright. And then Roland's like, oh, you're playing wrong. And Angela's like, yeah, I wish for you to shut up. And the post-battle dialogue is, you know, more, you know, shenanigans gets between the two. Love it so much. I got some Book of the Carnival. We'll pretty easily be able to burn this and get everything we want. Heart-ending tragedy of not being allowed to be silly. And there's our carnival stuff. We get our tailorings. We get our we'll make fine silks. For, you know, the funny, you know, power-up for pages in hand. It's a funny idea. There's not enough page draw on this point in the game to do much with it, but, you know, maybe we can build around it once we get more page draw. What do we get for more page draw? We're about to get, like, Sparking Spear. That's page draw, I guess. It's not good page draw. Is that the right one? It's one of the ones. I forget which one. One of the wedge ones. Oh, anything else for page draw? Not really? I don't think. Might be something. There's something from Kurokuma with page draw, right? I don't remember. Hi, Gregor. Hello. Gregor wants to be on my lap. The big dog who doesn't even fit on my lap wants to be on my lap. All right, buddy. That's okay. I just have to, like, cradle him like a baby and rub his belly. He's like sitting up. He's really just like sitting up like a human on my lap. Like he's got, you know, like his butt's on my lap, and, you know, he's got his back against my, like, arm. He loves it. Good boy. Good boy. For a 0-cost draw, I think, yeah. Something like that. Which makes sense, because they do have, whatever it's called, ink over. He's attacking my face. Hi, buddy. Hello. Yes, yes. Good Gregor. Everyone call Gregor a good boy in the chat. He is such a good boy, aren't you, buddy? Aren't you? Oh yeah, she's also got the thing that lets you draw. It's their passive is 2 more at the start of the scene. The one from Proselytes is the one that's a single 1 more. It's a nice effect. More pages, starting with more pages, is a super strong effect. Battle Ready is the name of it, I'm pretty sure. Oh, yawny boy. Yawn. Oh. Good boy, Gregor. Good boy. What are you... He's just wiggling around. You're good, boy. You're good. Ah. Pass is so good. Yeah, because she gets +1 slash power. Oh, could you hear his yawn? Oh, that's adorable. He's got such an adorable yawn. I'm glad the mic picked that up. Assuming it did, which I assume. Or from Control Team Captain, tell Gregor he's a good boy. You're such a good boy, buddy. Good boy. Let's see if I can... Let's see if I can pet him while playing the game. Might be a little hard because he's very needy. Good boy. The best boy. Okay, well, we can do Spider Bud now. I could change around the deck, so what we have might be decent. Because, you know, we got, you know, a little bit of stuff. You've got, blunt stuff. You've got, slash stuff. You've got, molar. We have Olga. I think we're gonna be set because of Olga, if nothing else. Like, oh, it's a little bit of a strong page. Yeah, first turn, we just do a bunch of damage to these guys. The work subordinates, truly. The mission has been completed. Gregor has been called a good boy. Okay, yeah, we're losing some clashes here. Not great. Yeah, not great. These guys are getting a lot of max rolls. Yeah, we get a look at the day for Pod, though. That'll be decent. Defensive dice down is rude, but shouldn't matter too much. You, unfortunately, can only clash one thing here, so we're gonna have to take some one-sideds. Ugh. Yeah, just one-sided this thing, maybe. Disarm, bind. Yeah, definitely clash you. You're a little scary. We can probably crush that. That'll work well. Hello. And then we can non-stop assault one of these two. Top one, you can probably stagger with it. That's decent. And then wait for the face, because I would never forget to wait for the face. They cast some more and realize that the 2 damage and pride power are the best effect in skill 2. Yeah, it is there. It's a really strong effect, that's for sure. There we killed one of them, so now I'm gonna get mad. Slash Ace gain power is good for you, I believe. So you can run with that. The cocoon on target, so you're gonna get cocooned. That's unfortunate, but so be it. I mean, I think that's just kind of how we gotta think about it. You weak to something in particular? Not really, okay. We'll just do this then. No reason to actually do anything else, I don't think. We cannot beat this is the thing. Maybe if we could, like... Actually, we could theoretically... If we max roll this with the face and with this... Oh, we've got strength too. Okay, we might actually be able to beat this if we get really lucky. We did not get lucky enough. Unfortunate. Cocoon it is. I'll just try seeing if we can stagger this thing. We're gonna take some one-sided hits, but I think we'll be fine enough. You've got a defensive dice to block a little bit at least. Yeah, and this turn you guys are all trying to kill Hod. Probably should just redirect some of those this turn, maybe. Yeah. I've been convinced. If we do this, you'll take a little bit of damage, but that's fine. We kill the spiders is the thing. That's a good effect to get. Cool seeing how he's pressing game, you get less of the generic silhouette cards. The Regret was like a basic deck, if I remember it's from here. From Hook? Yeah, I think it's from Hook. I think. If I had to guess. Hard to say. None of the Hook office have that kind of kitchen. I use a bunch of different twins. Yeah. I think some of the unnamed ones might have that type of knife, though. I don't remember. Better for your skill one to be non-pride as your pride team gets more other sins. Let's see. Oh, you're getting cocooned again. Alright. That's rude. Well, this turn we're just gonna stagger you two. And we're gonna let you get cocooned again. That's how it's gonna be. That's fine. Okay, we lose that clash, actually. Never mind, then. Okay, and you... Okay, things are falling apart a wee bit. That's fine. They might I think they do execute Hod here, maybe. Depends on how they roll. Yeah, Hod dies. That's unfortunate, because now you're gonna cocoon someone else. Block dice gain power? Sure. I guess this turn we're actually fine, though. So we can just use this turn to actually weaken these things a little bit. That's decent. Maybe we'll actually win some of these clashes. Hook-Loo. Oh yeah, Hook-Loo is Rampage. That's also true, huh? You get 60 yeah. So yeah, you get staggered here, accept that, and then we're just gonna... I guess we want to slice you. Yeah, that actually works pretty well. And yeah, we stagger you here. And I mean, I think Reno should just be able to handle it, right? Slice is a lot for us here, really. Probably just want to go for the handle work, though. Yeah. Good damage, 21 HP. None of your minions are left, though, so now you're just kind of stuck in the state of, you know, nothingness. Don't bother. Could have been us hanging up there. Still so strange that they gave Ryoshi egos from this thing. It's something to do with, I think, Red Eyes is notable because, like, it's some sort of pun off a Red Mist, I think, in Korean. Which makes sense. Oh, you're biting your own tail, buddy. Geiger, like, sometimes does this thing where he kind of, like, forms, like, a circle by, like, biting his tail and just kind of, like, rotating a little bit. He's like an Ouroboros. I like how quiet and peaceful this floor can be. And the librarians here seem calm and collected, just like you are, Hod. Oh, hey, Roland. They may seem meek and quiet, but when they work hard. I rely on them a lot. And I'm relying on my librarians quite a bit, too. What are you guys doing anyway, all gathered up here? Doesn't seem like you're sorting books. We were having a meetup of our book discussion club. We pick a book that catches our attention, read it, and then talk about it. Wonder how we get different ego level stuff from the same matter, like Silvering gives both Vav and Teth ego. I mean... What's the thing? Gregor's Mr. Wilder, true. Ouroboros aboard. Whatever the line is. Ouroboros. Yeah, I don't know. It makes enough sense, I think. Because, like, some Abnos do give, like, egos of not their own level. That's the thing. So it makes sense that you can extract different types of egos from the same Abno, and the different types will be different, you know, levels, right? That's how I've always seen it. I think it logically makes sense. I think there's, like, some, like, exceptions. Like, there's only so far you can stretch it. I don't think, like, a He Abno could ever produce, like, an Aleph ego, logically enough. Like, some Vovs could, but, like, only, like, the strongest Vovs. Similar to how it works, like, Yeah, I guess there's some VOVs that produce Teth Ego, you know, thanks to stuff like Silt Current, but I don't know. Because that Ryoshu Corp's the only one you've seen that's Canto 3 CG of Sinclair melting. Cool thing before their partnership. Oh, is it Ryoshu? I've never been able to tell who it is. I was always like, I could tell it was a center with black hair, but I could never tell which one it is. I know the CG you're talking about. Is it Ryoshu? I didn't know if it was Ryoshu, Honglu, or if it was Yi-Song, because they all looked similar enough in their dead states, and I hadn't really looked into it. Not the kind of meet that the librarians on my floor would like to have. I'm guessing your librarians are all gladly joining in with you then. The hair looks like hers? Makes sense. I'm curious. I'm gonna pull it up. It's been a... See, I've been watching a friend play through Limbus recently, so I did see that CG lately, and I sure was, and I looked at it again, and I was like, yeah, it's... I couldn't tell enough of who it was. Very bowl cut-esque. Because it's, yeah, this one. Little large. That's a 1. That's Yi-Song. Let me try making this a little larger, but I think that's Yi-Song. Yeah, you can see number 1. Yeah, it's Yi-Song. See how you might get confused, but that's also just... I think it's just supposed to be Yi-Song's hair. It's hard to say for sure, but... Yeah. He's just there. I think that racial connection actually does go somewhat deep, I think. Just straight or wrong? Fair enough. It makes sense. They get a lot of connections. I saw someone theorizing that, like, their connection might have something to do with, you know, Sinclair being, like, an artist in his book, you know, in his relative book, and that's why he can understand Ryoshu. Which, yeah, checks out. Yeah, they are. They're helping me out with this more passionately than I expected. I was thinking at least some of them would protest out of laziness. Curtis Shoulders giving Ryoshu vibes. Yeah, but I mean, they're that. Imagine if you asked Netzak to join. He'd have run away before this meetup could even start. You've got that right, he totally would. Still, I can tell things have changed from the past. I used to have similar meetups back in the Lobotomy Corp, you see. Really? I suppose those weren't the peaceful book club meetings you have now. An art ascension canvas, that is also true, yeah. As someone who's actually read the Demian book, like, Canto 3 covers such a small fraction of the actual book. Really, it only, like, accurately takes up, like, the first third or something. Like, it misses the entirety of, you know, like, him, you know, going to college or whatever, art, the painting that's, like, of Demian's mother, and then, like, joining, like, the cult with, like, the one guy, Abraxas, all that stuff, and then he, you know, lives with Demian, Demian's mom's her bed, Sinclair starts World War I, gets drafted, Demian gives Sinclair a kiss, and then they never meet again, and the book ends there. So we should build a library. Ruina. True. You're right. I ran a counseling program with my employees. They were always living in fear of the abnormalities if they were lucky enough to survive. I wanted to be of help somehow. But back then, I imposed myself and my ideas on them too hard. If the employees seemed ever so slightly uncomfortable with counseling, I'd beat myself over it and let the wound fester inside of me. Damian is the assassin of Archduke Franz Ferdinand. Indirectly, yes. He isn't the guy he's not that assassin, but he was part of the assassination effectively through abusing the Mark of Cain. I like the idea of, you know, Sinclair is like, oh, I can actually use the Mark of Cain for something. And then he, like, starts, like, the next, like, big war of the city. Which is, yeah. Yi-Song and the Ishmaels are very, like... Their cantos are very, like, complete for the characters, especially Yi-Song's. Ishmael's are still a little bit of unknown space, notably, anything about how she survived after the Pequod got eaten by the whale. Like, I think in the book, Ishmael gets, like, taken by, like, some ship or something, because Ishmael survived. The book Ishmael survives through being in Queequeg's hearse coffin thing. But, like, we don't know how that happened. We also don't know how Ishmael, like, met up with Faust. Because we do physically see Faust approaching Yisong in Canto 4, but we don't see anything like that in Canto 5. So that little portion is missing information, but that's a pretty minor complaint. Ishmael's feels very complete of her actual character. Important stuff. It's okay, Abnos and Thread Luck status just broken? Are they broken? Love hate, I never learned about Ahab. Captain Ish hates the whale. I presume it's a leg thing with books never stayed in the game. Yeah. Could just be delusions, honestly. Who knows? I was upset that no one understood my goodwill. Sorry to say this, but Passio sounds like a tiring one to deal with. I know, right? I think so too. All the things I did to help others weren't really out of goodwill or anything. I was just seeking consolation for myself. I wanted forgiveness for the misdeed I committed in my first life. By being helpful to others somehow. So, do you get to be a helpful person? No. There's no way I'd actually be of any help with that kind of mindset. I even tried encapsulin. Encapsulin, huh? Freshman would have been serious if you started doing drugs. Despite everything I tried, I couldn't find salvation anywhere. Nothing I did could liberate me from the fact I was a bad person and a sinner. Oh, God. Yo, we finally, the true next sinner is Hod. Wow. Check body parts don't work. Oh yeah, that bug, right. I don't know. I think a lot of people just don't do threat. I mean, I do Threxel excavations a little bit. Like, I do one a day lately, because, you know, I've been trying to recover modules. Normally, I just do skip them, because it's efficient, but... I do skip, usually, just because I want more thread, and I used to be willing to spend the modules on it, but I kind of ran out of modules, so I've been in module conservation mode lately. And then you almost had the chance to take that weight off your mind, but Angela foiled that in the end. Yeah, that's how it went. I'd do drugs if Hod told me to. I mean, Hod did drugs because Netzak told her to, though, so, you know, it's like a chain. What if Netzak told Hod to tell you to do drugs? What then? What if Angela was there? Maybe Angela told Netzak to tell Hod to tell you to do drugs? And, you know, maybe Angela was guarded by Carmen. Yeah, Carmen mentally told Angela to tell Netzak to tell Hod to tell you to do drugs. Schnoz. I think, you know, it's possible. It's a hypothetical. What am I talking about? I don't know. This was my one and only chance to finally repent once and for all, but it all came to naught. It's silly, I know. I was still too stupid to realize it then. That you can't just become a good person through a good deed or two. What really matters is the mindset that prompts you to do such deeds. And how do you run into that realization? Well, I learned it after talking to my librarians face to face, holding lots of meetups like this, ironically enough. I carefully suggest having those book club meetups too. Oh yeah, Fall Eyes Carmen. Yeah, what if actually the entire hypothetical, you know, Carmen got Angela to get Netzak to get Hod to get you to do drugs. What if then Ahab proceeded to convince everyone that it was all Ishmael's fault? What then? What then? Ishmael wasn't involved at all, but what if Ahab convinced everyone that Ishmael was actually the one involved? Sorry, that's big. Can you consider sorry on TikTok and now I can't even find proper info about it. This game called Library of Ruina. It's like it's called a library battle simulator, but like that's a very nothing. Basically, you're kind of running like a quote unquote library, and the basic thing is you take there's various guests from the city that visit a library, and you turn them into books effectively. You get more books for the library by fighting these opponents in battle, turning them into books, and you gain like access to their like equipment and stuff. And it continues like that. It's a very story-heavy game. There's a fair bit of combat still, though. It has its like visual novel elements, though, and being full of cutscenes and stuff. Yeah, it's a sequel to. If you heard of Lobotomy Corporation, this game comes after that, and if you heard of Limbus Company, this game comes before that. With Lobotomy Corporation being like an SCP management game, and Limbus Company being like a gacha game. I don't know, you can look it up if you want to find more stuff about it. If you don't know much about Library of Ruina, this is not a great place to be, because we're talking about like lore and stuff a lot, unfortunately. There's probably some better places to go. If you're really interested, I'd suggest looking up more into Library of Ruina, and maybe you'll find... Maybe you'll get interested, who knows. But yeah. Like you said, a few librarians didn't like the idea at first. But when I explained why I wanted to hold this meetup and how I felt, they warmed up to it and helped me out with enthusiasm. It wasn't about the method or action itself. I realized that we should lay our hearts out in the open and let our thoughts confront each other. All's well that ends well. For sure. Maybe Angela will look forward to this outcome. Not sure if I have a problem with library director had the delicacy to set up a plan so considerate. Thanks, dude. Everything about this game seems cool. You look more into it. Yeah, absolutely. I'd highly recommend it. My favorite game of all time. I think I'm going to confront her for real this time. That game is definitely going to be a fighting game. Yeah, it could happen, honestly, at this rate. Working with ArcSys. And I do know ArcSys has made fighting games for, like, various, like, projects, things in the past. Like, Guilty Gear is their main thing, but they've also done stuff, like, they did the DNF Duel. They did, like, some other stuff, I think? I don't know, actually, much about Arc System. But, it's possible. For what exactly? I'll face Angela and let her know what I think. That's gonna take some courage. You're right, Angela still feels a bit distant and scary to me. But I'll try to approach it nonetheless. Present, you're looking for a Minecraft PM skin and actually found a cool Vespa. That's cool. And I'll be rooting for you from the sidelines when that time comes. You might end up losing your limbs again if things don't go well. Are you gonna be okay with that one? Blaze Blue and Under Night. Yeah, those two. That's right. Yeah, I'm not a big fighting game person, so I'm not too knowledgeable about that. You're a huge fighting game person, though, so, good to have a source for, that sort of information. Actually, give me a second to pull something up. I play real, not Smash's fighting games just so I can main Callie. True. Smash is the only fighting game I've played, like, decently, really. And, I'll play Roll. I'll learn a fighting game if it means I get to play Roland. Family Guy funny moment. What? Why did Family Guy come up? Oh, Gregor's attacking. Actually, I just took a photo of Gregor, and the reason why I'm taking a second and not doing anything is because I want the photo of Gregor to show up here because he's being very silly right now. Look at him. He's got a little rope toy in his mouth, and he's just laying on the floor. He's rolling around with it, and he looks so silly. Such a silly buddy. I think he's the only RN type that gets good at around hour 500. True. Look at Gregor. Look at my baby. Look at him. Hi, buddy. Hi. Yeah, of course, he's doing this right next to my feet. He's kind of rolling onto my feet a little bit, too. What a guy. What a good boy. Sleek Gregor's name from Hitbook Metamorphosis by Franz Kafka. Yeah. it's still best not to think too much about naming a dog after Gregor from Metamorphosis, since, you know, that's about, you know, a guy being mistreated by his family. But, don't worry, he's not named after that Gregor, after all. He's named after the Limbus one. And he's currently trying to bite my fingers off, as he does. Ooh, I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. Yeah, damn it. Damn it. I'm getting him. Good boy.
물론
From a distance, of
좀
course.
멀리서.
Yeah, so silly. You're a coward just like me, aren't you, Roland?
겁쟁이끼리
Well,
용기
hey,
내자.
birds of feather flock together. Let's both be brave, together as cowards. Reminds me a lot of, like, one Xenoblade cutscene. Mighty Weaklings. Think that's any better? Yeah, well, I mean, the difference is Limbus Gregor has, like, a found family, and it's, like, wholesome and stuff through Limbus. Dog interlude. It really is, but that's also because he's, like, on my lap. He's rolling around on my lap. He's biting my arm. Being dubious. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Yeah. He likes it when I just kind of, like, shake him. Like, that sounds weird, but, like, it's true. He likes just when I, like, just push him around, basically. He's very silly. Good boy. Are you done? Are you chill now? He's not going to be chill, but, you know, maybe if I'm lucky. Good boy. Yeah. Thanks for the encouragement, Roland.
놀랑.
Literature realization level up. There we go. We get some Avno pages, some decent stuff too. Allies recover HP and hitting staggered people. Paralysis, bind, fragile. Bind, fragile. Enemies lose power in clashes. Some good stuff, really. And now we've got Geminiano. Geminiano. Who is not going to be Geminiano for long because we are going to replace them. We're going to get, like, basically an identity for them. Replace them with one of your various creatures. You know, no new things on the wheel, so we're going to keep on rolling with these 16 names. And it's time to spin the wheel. Let's see who's up next. Oh, Armagon. All right, then. We are getting Armagon here. Wrong button. There we go. Okay, it's not letting me type. All right. Funny moment. Let me pull up Armagon's thing. Response number 3. Yeah, there we go. So we got Armagon. Same here as the one you had in Levani Corp. And same face too. Oh, okay. Let's see. If I pull up the Lob Corp one, I can see the specifics then for that. That is the wrong thing to pull up. Whoops. Do not need to pull up my school. That's also the wrong thing to pull up. Do need to go to the Limbus drive. Here we go. This is the actual form I think I'm looking for. So I gotta find Armagon. Let's see, and just specify. Oh, just specify long black hair and tired eyes. All right. You know, simple enough. Should have Melon. He would have soloed. Fair. But yeah. So like long black hair and tired eyes. I guess I could just pull up my Lobcorp playthrough and just find Armagon from that if I wanted to be actually accurate. Which isn't a bad play, really. Maybe. That's not the right stream at all. No, that's an ad. I pulled up the Railway 2 stream on accident because I was gonna click on a random one and I clicked on the wrong one. Let's see. And I don't think it matters too much that I get. It doesn't matter too much that I get the same one. All right. I'm worrying too much about this. We just get like the long black hair. Like something like, you know, like this. Sure, that works. Tired eyes. Already looks pretty tired. I'll change the mouth though. Maybe. There we go. That should work. That should work for Armagon's appearance. Let's see. Going through the rest of the parts now, though, of course. God. Kane's page. That's doable. We'll throw that on. That's right. That's here. That's right. Kane's page for appearance projection. Who should just be right here. Fair enough. Arcorp guy's horns. Oh boy, where are those? Not there. Is it here? Can you get the horns only, or is it just... Can you? Doesn't seem like it. If you want the... On second thought, you don't... No, I didn't read the end of the sentence. No symbols, actually. Changed mind. You sods or hods actually got one of the floors you wanted, then. And now the actual quotes. Back on the grind for combat entrance, victory cry. Now back to sorting books. On death, say, oh well, say la vie. On ally death, it happens, nothing we can do about it now. And then on kill, rip to pieces. Alright, seems good. Can be anything really, something to do with bleed on hot for blunt damage on your sod. That can be done. So, anything else? There was a light and there was the library. Within the library is Angela and all the former employees of L-Corp, including Armageddon, who will hopefully find himself happy with his new job as an assistant librarian. Indeed. Let's see, if you want a bleed thing, we can probably give you, like, we can actually just rearrange the stuff. Actually, no, we don't have anyone who's actually got... Okay, we're gonna use another G-Con here, I think. That'll work. Yeah, you already have open wound. So what did I miss? Not much. We got another... Armagon has been added to the... I almost said facility. The library. Oh, you had to get your Otis blanket out, right? Oh, yeah, of course. As you do. It's a necessity. Ain't it? We'll give you remembrance for the bit, sure, and that's all. Yeah, you want bleed stuff, so of course we're gonna go for bleed stuff. We're out of flash to send. That makes sense. I've been using a lot of them. Oh, we're out of now dies. That's unfortunate. Kind of important. Okay. We'll get rid of these from you for now instead. I'm gonna give you two, like a Crack of Dawn and a Tailoring. Sure. Ruin that deck real quick so that we can do a bleed thing here. That's the wrong thing. Now die. Here's my chance, and then another one cost to something, right? Flank attack, and then for safety we'll do like a... We'll do a your soft. That works. Okay. The infamous Otis blanket. Yeah, I've got an image of that somewhere. There we go. Bleed for Armagon. Okay, and then logically, I would pull here, but I think it's best to just do the next one on the row. Finish off the row with Gaze Office, shan't we? And then we'll pull again for the next one. Confirmed the Molar office boarding the train. You made sure to attach the observation device on them. Bono, how's the observation going? Doug's helping me out, but it ain't easy. I hope we can find some leads at least. I know it's a bit late to ask this, but usually this job is a trusty one. How many times should I say that we can get 200 million right away through an untraceable route, which is like roughly 200,000, yeah, dollars. I don't know if that's an actual like exchange rate. I mean, it's like when people say like, you know, like, oh yeah, like roughly, quote being roughly, that 1,000 is equal to 1. What? 1,000 equal to 1. I don't know what I'm saying. So genders, true. It's a deal offered by Kane office, so we can probably trust this. I don't trust like that. Pay isn't the problem here. If we get caught trying to uncover the secrets of the Singularity, we're done for. No insurance is going to protect us. I understand that you're scared because R Corp is W Corp's back, but we aren't going to quit here, are we? You also think N Corp is probably the worst idea ever? Yeah. I mean, I feel like most people with prosthetics are probably well aware to stay far away from N Corp usually. I think it's probably widely known in the city. We wouldn't be here if we could. Having a stroke, so true. The warp train is departing in 5 minutes. Seriously, I'm really not feeling this. Doesn't even make sense if we can track the cause and effect of everything with some weird observation device we sneaked onto them. It's the device Kane office gave us. They said it's invaluable with only a few copies of it in the city. And we verified its performance ourselves. I know the city has all kinds of bizarre technology, but I still doubt anything can be this convenient. Hey, the train's heading off. Okay, we just need to wait 10 seconds now. 9, 8. Looks like there are walking cameras. Oh yeah, that's also true. Yeah, walking cameras. I guess it's mainly just... I mean, I guess here's the thing. If you have prosthetic eyes... Wouldn't looking in general just count as being a camera? Aren't going to workshop equipment? Maybe. I mean, assumably, yeah. I mean, we do know that these guys, workshops also produce actual, like, body augmentations, like prosthetics, right? So chances are it's like there's a workshop that does body prosthetics and also has, like, arm stuff like that. So yeah, probably is a part of body similar-ish to Tane. Although different at the same time because, like, instead of attaching it to, like, a human body, these guys probably... I mean, they seem to have full robotic bodies. It's hard to tell, but, you know... The hand is great. It might just be gloves, but they might just be full-on robot bodies, which just... that are human enough. I mean, that makes enough sense. 7. Wait, something's not right. They're missing. We can't observe them anymore. What do your hands look like? Are your hands, like, outlets? Or, like, not outlets, and plugs? They might be. Gone missing inside a warp train. It hasn't even arrived at its destination yet. Eyes technically are cameras, yeah. I know there's something off with this device. I told you it can't be possible for any technology to be this convenient. Don't put the blame on the device. It's not broken. It's still working, see? Something must have happened inside the train. Maybe there was a problem with the Singularity, or maybe they noticed the device and rigged it. It's not so easily manipulatable, and they definitely weren't capable of doing that. You never know. Could be W Corp sending a jamming signal to prevent Singularity from being leaked. Such a worry word. And the Kane office hadn't made any preliminary research before giving us this request? This is driving me crazy. We're doing the sham job for 200 million on. Stop whining, will you? Could have something to do with this. This thing has the books of the Molar office listed on it, like it knows what we were doing. That can't be. Not even a minute has passed since they disappeared. The library. Yeah, I heard of it. All the fixers and syndicates have been talking about it these days. So, what's the plan? Are we gonna head to that bizarre place? We don't have any other way. Even if 200 million odd is on the line, I don't want to risk my life. Going there won't guarantee success either. We might be able to see what happened on the trade if we read their books. I just hope things don't get screwed over even further. There really are people trying to investigate singularities. Duh, of course. They can bring tremendous amounts of money. I'm pretty sure Elgor put a lot of effort into keeping its singularity secrets, too. The eco-friendly energy company founded after the smoke war. We were freed from that suffocating smoke thanks to your corp. Didn't I tell you already? All I did was recite the script, trapped underground. Can a singularity be stolen if its secrets are exposed?
그럴 리가.
Nah, that's not how it works. Those guys are probably just looking for some clues how the singularity functions so they can sell that info to another wing or a big syndicate. After that, the party with the secrets will use that to extort money and stuff from the wing. Singularities are patented, so it's too risky to just use them even if you know how to make them work. Especially since those patents are all managed by the head. It's all about money in the end. Love my Kaplan letter. Delectable in Kaplan. Anyway, I'm kind of curious about what happened to that warp train. Let's receive our guests first. I can't seem to make clear observations of this place either. The result can be seen, but not the process. It's just like the distortion, the talk of the town lately. What a bother. Greetings, dear guests. How did you get the book in the Molar office? They were supposed to be in the warp train, for only a few seconds. Well, how did we do it, I wonder? She's enjoying this. Unraveling the secret of the library must come with a heavy price, like how divvying the principles of singularity is a laborious affair, no? That was a stupid question from us. I have no idea what's going on. If the librarian's books are just as mysterious as the singularities, then hopefully they're worth us just as much. May you find your book in this place. After Gay's office is that reception, right? Yep. Sure wonder what you guys are gonna vote for the next row. Okay, but this guy, these guys, we'll get rid of Stray Dog for now. Yeah, probably don't need that. That'll work. These guys have paralysis. Opportunity Spotted is kind of really strong for certain emotion levels. Spam shenanigans. Observe is 3 strength next scene. Undeniably super solid. They've got some paralysis. Biz is something. Psiz is something. Unstable charge. It's something. Move on. Hello, Armagon. Funny time for you to join. Your nugget just got in on the floor of literature as well. One of the floors you asked for, so that's pretty convenient. Here's Armagon. I gave you, yeah, you've got a whatever his face is called G-Con page right now. Currently fighting Gay's office. Oh yeah, there's Binding Arms. My goat. What's after Gay's office? We don't talk about it. Yeah, there's your guy. How convenient indeed. Clash with Now Die might not go well. Actually, we're gonna clash with Taste of this Chain too, since it's not gonna win the clash, but it's emotion level, so that's decent. There's a cheater with the deck with only 5 cards. So many of the enemies cheat in this game. Like, the existence of Shimmering is such a huge cheat, and so many enemies use it anyways. Alright, that's a max roll. That's a max roll on Binding Arms. You only have 1 light now, though, so enjoy doing nothing this turn. Oh, but Armagod didn't get the emotional up either. Well, we do this, we'll do that. Actually, no, we can't do it like that. You can clash top left, so you can handling work that, maybe? Iron Rapid stuff's good work, too. Yeah, I like that. Not like the strongest thing, but it works decently. You've got paralysis, so you're kind of in a rough time anyways. Yeah, clash that. Clash that. The next scene's a little scary. We might just stagger you with this. What are your weaknesses? Weak to slash physical. You're actually neutral to everything as far as stagger goes. So maybe we high roll will stagger you so you don't actually get to make any use of Observe. Well, since ends for the whole 20-minute cutscene. That's probably the best way to go about doing it. Oh, the funny noise. We love the funny noise. Oh, unfortunate. We're alright. Look of the day. Give it to Hod, of course, as per usual, so we can daring decision you, and then, we're gonna lose this clash because he's got 3 strength, but we're just... I mean, we might stagger him if he low rolls and we high roll with that first dice, though, so that's something. Another Binding Arms. You sure do love Binding Arms. And now it's 2 cost, too. So scary. Oh, hello, Pot. You missed... I mean, you missed specifically the, You just missed Sayo showing up in Carnival. You haven't missed, actually, Pro Kumo. Oh, that's unfortunate. We did outroll Binding Arms there with Now Die, though, so that's nice. Oh, we do just try to kill Dalek. Oh, that's unfortunate. Oh, I don't know if we got any of her buck. I mean, we might be guaranteed at least one, though, if it's one needed to progress. What do we want? Alert, Cross spine, stuff like that. Axe is good. Axe is good for you, actually. You're the slash person here. So we'll give it to you, and then we'll try and save your life, I think. Oh god, you're doing this now? Alright. Well, we hope for the best there. And we'll probably just kill Bono. Yeah. Might as well. Well, we can get 3 strength of our own here. Thanks to the 1 from your passive and then the 2 from that, so we can counter that. My favorite card, Die. True. Love killing. Okay, staggered Alec, that's nice. Kill Bono. Alec gets an emotion level from that, so he's emotion level 3, which isn't max. But, like, I think these guys are just dead, unfortunately. I'll probably grind for their stuff off screen. Or something, I don't know. We'll wait for the face just to spite this guy. And there we go. Not really a hard fight. I mean, this was the final thing we did in the first row, though. So, I mean, it makes sense that we've got the strength from all the other stuff in that row. Yeah, like, we got a single Dalek, some Bono, some Alec, that sort of stuff. That's alright. L-Corp produces clean energy. W-Corp operates fast and surefire transportation. What do you think R-Corp's singularity is? I bet it's something that pumps out efficient killing machines. Don't you know more about it since you use R-Corp's services? As I've said multiple times before, such details are beyond my knowledge. I had little interest in finding out back then. Still, from what I observed of them, considering the amount of their rabbits and the comm power of each unit, you're probably correct. They were not exceptionally strong, but they did a fine job at grazing the grass inside the facility. I wonder what the principle behind it is. Well, I know. I'm not an executive art group or anything. Every wing keeps its singularity under tight wraps. Major General Reception time? Yeah, I was thinking as much. We can just clear out the rest of them. Actually, Abnos as well, yeah. Grinding books is the worst part of Ruina. I don't mind it too much. Take the distortion and abnormalities, for instance. Only results are seen and not the process. Same goes for the other singularities. So everyone simply consumes the end result without knowing the process. It's easier on the mind that way. There's no point in asking questions about technology unless they encounter problems using it. People just spend money and get its worth. There's no real reason for questioning how things work. Wasn't it the same with L-Corp? You're right, it was the same. All we needed was a result. Didn't matter how many were sacrificed in the process. See, the other wings aren't going to be any different from that. There we go. We've got some Abnos to do, so we'll probably do these Abnos. We've got the floor belts for these two, so then we'll do this, and then we'll probably do the general receptions, and then I'll have you guys vote on the next row, and the next fight, and I have a good guess as to what's going to happen there. But starting with Fairy Festival, here's an Arbiter, Cloudy's R-Corp Senior in combat. Yeah, they've definitely got something else. Serum R, like, the existence of Serum R makes me think that R-Corp also has some sort of actual singularity thing that lets them strengthen people, which would make sense. Let's see, prepared meat does the things, then meat do the thing, alright. That was a very comprehensible sentence, I know. You can't clash anything, unfortunately. So you're just gonna shoot this guy, then? Yeah, that sounds good. Flash a stun up, hit him with like a flank attack too. Throw like a weight up here too. Yeah, okay. Looks good. Yeah, 1 HP on that one. These guys are not too hard. Crave that melody. It sure will be time to crave that melody soon, that is true. Don't know if you know the principle. That's true, we don't know the actual truth behind R-Corp Singularity, so it's very possible that... Yeah, Reindeer Tech too, that's another thing. The artist movement your muscle master replication. That it could be true. I mean, I'm trying to think. What was it? There's something going on in Rhino Merso's update story, right? Something about how it, like, physically does drain the user. And how that's, like, he needs to, like, survive off of, like, energy drinks or whatever. It might not have energy drinks there, but something like that. Caffeine, something like that. Could be replication. That is also true. Could be replication body parts. Maybe, you know, reindeers just replicate brain matter and... Who can say? Yeah, Sunset Blade, that should go decently. We can, like, here's my chance. Want a taste of this. That. And I guess you just be on, weaken the others duty, I think. That'll work. Just to make sure that they're all low. Right? Sounds good. You're gonna get one-sided, that's fine. Said his suit drained his energy. Yeah. Turned bioenergy into power. Very interesting indeed. Could definitely tie into it somehow. Okay, they're all 1 HP now, so got him. I'll give this to you as I like to do. So now you're all weakened in this turn, and we can probably just kill you? That's how it works, yeah. We did kill you, I think. Oh, you don't have light. That's unfortunate to see. Very unfortunate. Oh well. Well, we try this. See how that goes. Take some one-sided hits. It shouldn't really matter. Yeah, a little scary, but not too bad. Retaliate just to break one of the things there. Sunset Blade. Do good damage. Yeah, that's nice. And this turn, you've prepared me at this one, so that now we gotta do a similar thing. And you can just... You still have not gotten the emotion. Yeah, you need to actually just clash, I think, yeah. Yeah, crack a dawn there. That should be all you need to do. Well, maybe, like, flash a sun up you. Oh, we kind of actually want to do something there, though. Maybe we'll be indiscriminate shot to you, then. No, we're gonna lose. Okay, we're gonna try flash a sun up there, as questionable as an idea as it may end up being. Actually, let's redirect this a little bit. Here's my chance of you. Flash a sun up you. Throwing a weight up on one of these guys randomly too. Yeah, like that one. Oh, then we don't actually clash with you then. Alright, never mind that then. Do that, and then we don't clash with you then. Alright, do that, and then we can still clash with you. Alright, sure. Nice. There's finally a emotion level up for Layla as well, so that's nice. We at least win one of those clashes. We did stagger you in the process too, which is nice, I guess. Could have just gone out and killed you there, yeah. You didn't even eat the person because you're staggered, huh? Well, that's fine, we kill you. We don't need to... Do we need to kill the others in this fight? It might be. No, right? Do we? I don't think so, though, right? Surely not. I think there was some fights where you'd still need to kill the others in this game where you really shouldn't. Yeah, okay, we do need to kill the others. I was right then. I was doubting myself and for no reason. Hopefully your account is dead. That's all I can say regarding that. Take the shot. Indiscriminate shots, and then we should just gun these guys down, yeah. Well, you know, ammo pros are fleshing out of this fight. Yeah, a lot of fights in Limbus feel like, you know, better takes on some of the more stranger Ruina Thapno fights. Good work, everyone!
오늘도 기운
Cheerful as always, Malkuth. What are you up to?
뭐 하고 있는 거야?
Oh, hi, Roland. I was just having a training session with the assistant librarians.
분위기 좋은
Seems lively. Guess you're good friends with each other. They were my employees back in Lobotomy Corp. Back then, I could only assist them from the backseat rather than on the field. It's nice to be able to work alongside them this time around.
예전 로봇
Former coworkers from Lobotomy Corp, huh? Must be refreshing.
감회가 새롭겠네.
It sure is. I used to push them too hard because of my faulty mindset. But it'll be different this time. We'll start with the things we can do, one at a time. Face the past and build the future. That's not the right quote, but close enough. I like this quote. Feels like a good way to summarize the essence of history. It's similar to something I would hear before too. Yeah, it's similar, but it's not, you know, one for one.
맞는 말이야.
You ain't wrong. But there are too many people who can actually learn from history these days.
뻔한
The lessons seem obvious, but putting them into action is the hard part. I have like stupid amount of lag, but you barely saw your growth gun. How's you doing? Good. I think this is the first time we used Malkuth Floor this stream so far. We haven't used it too much because we were using the other ones because we got more librarians on those floors, but yeah. I've been thinking about the past a lot. I was a person called Elijah.
너의
That your
첫
first
번째
life? Yep. Born in the nest as an ordinary citizen, went to an ordinary school. I wasn't anyone special. I wasn't richer than most people, and I didn't really have any special talent in any field. The people in the nest where Elijah lived, they all seemed to have lost folks in life, spacing out and staring into empty places. Says Roland. Yeah. God. Let's see, Corpus Claw. Yeah. They are, but you know, what if? We don't actually know what their singularity is, so that's the thing. The C-Corp is the Claw. We know that, but we don't know what the actual singularity is. Claws are like the people. It's very possible they're from a singularity, though, that's for sure. We know nothing about Beholder, and the Beholder suddenly know things. Yeah, I mean, the Beholder's also the one that actually moves the library in the ending, too. Like, they're definitely the ones that... They definitely have a lot of power. They just don't fight, it seems. Everyone only saw black and white things. Of course, you know, not literally, though. Isn't the nest full of shiny and bright arrays of colors? It was almost an eyesore sometimes. That's true, but those other colors weren't necessary for reading. There's already too many black and white things for the eye to take. It's no use seeing other useless colors. I guess Elijah could see those colors then.
엘리아는 색을 볼 수 있었나 보지?
Not exactly, but she tried hard to see them. The colors were still there, just not for our eyes. Elijah wanted to let others know about how diverse and brilliant colors are. About how colors are ever changing in freeform, like how the mix of two colors can bring out a brand new color. So to go to T-Corp, it's almost a decade, and we're finally going to learn more about T-Corp. Yeah. God, phrasing it like that, it's insane to think about. I mean, of course, I didn't get into LobCorp until 2019, I believe, so, you know, I haven't been around for too long in the series, but God, yeah, it's been a while. Yeah, the head is basically, you know, the American government. Fit it. That's what Elijah thought, I think.
꼭 남의 이야기를 하는 것처럼 말하네.
You sound like you're talking about someone else, third person. To be honest, I don't really feel like Elijah and I are one and the same. Maybe too much time has passed since then. The other librarians probably feel the same. My current life feels more like an extension of that life as Malkuth from Lobotomy Corp, rather. Better wait till time to visit R-Corp, though. Yeah, especially because in Kanto 5, you know, Ahab just casually mentioning how it's R-Corp's fortress. Like, what do you mean by their fortress? What do you mean they've got a fortress? We're probably going to visit there sooner or later, but it's super interesting. Makes sense, though. The entirety of, like, Reindeer Ishmael's upside story is just about her being like, the architecture sure is weird here. I've got a headache. I need some ibuprofen. I went to the library. Paraphrased, of course, but that's like the rough summary. The Black Swan's Elijah has nothing to do with just no. There's a lot of repeated names in this series. Like, I mean, if you think about it, there's two Yangs, because there's, you know, the Abno, and then there's the Kurokumo guy. My time with Elijah feels kind of distant and unfamiliar, even though it was my first life. Brachioquitis, for civil reason, it's the most tame of the auras, and for his remnant of death. Yeah. It's one of the only auras that looks good, that's the thing. Most of them look awful, but Brachioquitis actually looks like a cool aura. The other ones are just kind of over the top, really. Like, I think I put the Tanya one on Roland for the bit, I think, and it looks awful. But the Pluto aura actually works very well. And is just cool. At least those aren't in the same game. That's true. Can we have a yin? No, unfortunately not. You know, maybe we'll get the Yang lore one day, and we'll learn about Yang's, you know, lost brother Yin, who, you know, maybe Yin works for like the middle or something, and so they've been separated by, you know, being parts of different fingers. This kitchen's not the same without you. It's like the memories of someone from distant past are now a part of me, if you know what I mean. Shirokumo, true. Nostalgic in a way, and a bit sad and stuff. What's the opposite of a cloud? Sky? What's sky? Isn't Sora sky? It's like Shiro Sora Ying. If we want to do white sky to like oppose black cloud. My Japanese is not good, but you know, maybe that's how it would go. I don't know a whole lot about that reincarnation jazz, but I guess that's a good thing. Yeah, there's a lot of ways you could go with the opposite of a cloud. Like sky, sun, dirt, rain. Cloud's probably dirt, maybe. Yeah, it doesn't feel so bad. It feels good to finally have the time to reflect on myself. Looking back at the lives I live and the history I made. Chat's collective OC, yeah, add them to Dingus office. There we go. It's like banishing someone forever. Send them to the Dingus office. They're never going to be seen again. I think we didn't spend enough time looking back. We were all too busy heading forward. And the same goes for Angela, maybe. No one has the time to look back. Even now, I'm running straight ahead. But still, looking back at the past can supposedly give the solution for troubles of the present or worries of the future. The cloud be some sort of solid fire. That's another way to look at it too. There's so many ways. I feel Japanese, not really, but I learned nothing. Yeah, my high school had Japanese class as an option, and I took it. And the teacher was like he was a chill dude. I like him a lot, but he was awful at teaching. I did not learn very much from it. I think that's correct. Although I'm not sure I can find the solution for the problems we're facing right now. I think I'm getting close to finding the answer for what Angela said to me before. About who you were and how you wanted to live? Well, things always make memory come back. They will someday. That's true. But they're like doomed. I didn't really have what I could call a dream at that time. But things are different now. If I were to dream of what I'd do after this, I think I would have wanted to be an architect, maybe. Funny hearing about that, you know, knowing about the fate of architects in the city after, you know, Yisong, you know, and his child labor factories that he designed. Do French on Duolingo, and you're trying to read The Stranger in French. How funny. I think I've got a friend who's like learning German, and he says he wants to try like reading Faust and just in like original and see how much he can like comprehend of it. Should be funny. You know, the person who designs buildings and oversees the process of construction until it's finished. Strange got a lot of Easter flips to read out anomaly to English sounds fun, god. I guess great empires were built in a day. Rome referenced. Rome mentioned. Of course it wasn't. You'd have to start with designing the most beautiful exterior that can be created within the functional limitations. I remember, like, you know, watching my friend, you know, playing Limbus recently, because yesterday he beat, was it yesterday or was it 2 days ago? No, 2 days ago he beat Kanto 4, and it's so funny when we got to, like, the part where, you know, Yusong was like, yes, I designed factories that, you know, were all about child labor, and then it just kind of moves on past that point. Like, it really does not delve into that more than, you know, yeah, he kind of did that. Take over the select color, I mean, their officers color head to toe in gold. Wonder if Tiff and Eok were from Tier given their gold architecture and palette? Brass, yeah. Brass makes sense. Just like, you know, something like that. Yeah. Also, like, when my friend was playing them, when we got to the post-credit scene of Kanto 4, I genuinely started cackling because it's so funny how Demian just shows up there. White boy jump scare. That sounds complicated. Did you know, Roland? There's this phrase, we shape our buildings, therefore they shape us. Is it an actual quote, by the way? I don't know. We shape our buildings, therefore... It's a Winston Churchill? It's a Winston Churchill quote, I see. Alright. That's interesting. I had never thought to look it up, but it is very interesting how Malkuth quotes Winston Churchill, potentially canonizing the existence of Winston Churchill in the Project Moon universe. Draw me a sheep. Oh, he does say that! As for figure she doesn't let her looks at boyfriend and leaves. It may be too late to change the people who've lived so far, but what influence will the structure of the city have on future residents as they grow up? are we getting the Winston Churchill ID for Malkuth? Written confirmed. This is scary. I mean, it's like how, you know, Roland mentions trickle-down economics, so, you know, Reagan canon, potentially? Reaganomics? Show up to the goofy shit to further plot. When is the Churchill's gonna direct T-Corp? That's true. It's foreshadowing. If I were to make a building with colors that'd be remembered by everyone. Let me screenshot this. Those are the thoughts I had. I'm just gonna message a friend and say, like, I forgot that Malkuth quotes Winston Churchill and to see how he responds. There we go. Funny bit. Maybe it's a localization thing. I guess that is true. I don't think the quote is. Maybe the trickle down economics might be like a quote thing, but like it might be a translation thing. So maybe Reagan not confirmed, but Winston Churchill, like an actual quote, I feel like would just be randomly inserted into the translation. Like, don't get me wrong, Watson like messes around a little bit, but not that much. I'm sure you'll do a great job if you get the chance, Malkuth. Sounds like the job would fit you well too. Thanks. Maybe you should reflect on your past like I did, Roland. It'd be a helpful exercise. My eyes are always fixed on the past. Alright. Sure thing. Anyway, hope you can realize the dream of becoming an architect! So wholesome, Roland. So kind. Yeah, some good stuff too. Fairies cure death, predation, death, gluttony, healing. Good for you, Chin. And we've got another wheel to spin. Teddy Roosevelt in the city, though. That would go hard. Rough Rider. There should be a Rough Rider's office. The Rough Rider office leaded by Teddy. With like the brown bull or something. the bull moose. There's a pun, like, what if he was like the brown moose or something? Like some pun on bull moose party. Really ruined a Roland called Yasad Einstein? Oh well, it's wheel time, it's wheel time. We love the wheel, we love the wheel! Who's up next? Who's up on Malkuth's floor? Will it be Fate? Will it be some random person? We've got Ruby Finch. Alright. Let's add them to the thing. See, Ruby Finch. Let's take a look. You gotta find the actual Response. Okay, there's a bunch of specifics here. God. Having a moment. Let's see, Frontier 41. Back hair 7. Hair color 25. Right. 25. I assume it's gonna be. I mean, it makes sense that it's red if their name's Ruby. 25, 58. 73. That's not actually red, huh? Fair enough. Let's see, eye number 1, eyebrow 2, mouth 9. Eye color, pure black. Skin color is 28. 28, 17, 82. Reading numbers out loud sure is, you know, riveting content, I'm sure. Projection would... Okay, they've got a... asking for a modded workshop appearance page. Let's see. Is it one I actually remember to download? It is, okay. Just gotta find it, though. God. Okay, Silent Orchestra, that's the one. Very fancy one, that's for sure. Red floor in a... Okay, combat entrance? Huh? I'm not mentally ready yet. Victory cry? Ha, why is it always exhausting? Death? A mockingbird. I see it now. On ally death. I'm scared, I'm afraid, my legs are frozen. I don't want to die. And on kill. Da cosa aniente. I'm sorry for cutting your performance short. Let me grab Google Translate so I can understand what that's saying. Sure, it's fine. I'm just curious. From something to nothing, according to Google Translate. Alright. I want index proselyte or like Ujat Hubert. Okay, simple enough. Singleton stuff. That's doable, okay. So let's see, lore. We're even to someone who struggles with an extreme sense of fear and paranoia at any danger, even if that danger is a minuscule one. So by this quirk of hers, she grew to be one of the greatest employees in the facility, and one of the 3 special employees managed to obtain a refined ego. Refined ego is the result of both the ego of a human and an abnormality melding together, making an extremely powerful yet fragile set of ego. In Ruby's case, she connected with the Silent Orchestra after a long time working with the abnormalities, set and overcoming her paranoia for a brief moment, gaining the set Dal Niente as a result of her struggles. Unfortunately, she didn't get to keep it for long as the white nights and dark days occurred during her working hours, turning Ruby and her co-workers into future librarians. Alright, that is the newest employee to the facility then. Oh god, I have chat hidden when I'm doing that just because I kind of move, you know, the actual stuff into it. You guys are curious about some of the stuff I've got, are you? Well, let's go through some of the things. Go back in. Let's see. Like, let's see. What are you guys saying? Yeah, monkey. Monkey. Yeah, let's see. I mean, let's see. We got the Neckos. We got Big Roland, Small Roland. It's such a stupid bit. It was a bit with some friends though, where I just wanted to make a really small Roland and a really large Roland. Look at that. Let's see. Bunch of random things. We got Rhine. Doofenshmirtz, we have the Punching Bird Cookie, the Drip. Multiple neck arts, yeah. I made these, by the way. I made all of these. Yeah, I'm sorry. I thought it was funny at the time, and you know, I stand by that. Yeah. I made a lot of random stuff in the workshop. Like, you know, Doofenshmirtz Shorts, I did that one. Unarakami Adachi, Monkey. I made all these. All of these 5. I want to see if we're only to find one charge autocrat move. It will not work. Yeah, what else? I didn't do any of these. I did Zote, I did, Book of Death, Obama, Funko Sheldon, Scout, and German was the very first one I did. This one's well known, I think. Probably one of my greatest creations. A lot of very interesting mods out there, that's for sure. Getting too silly. It happens. Actually, I should probably... There we go. That's much better. I'll shrink myself a little bit to, like, fit as well. I don't fit still, yeah. Important little optimization, BF. None of those words are in the Bible. Not yet. Never say never. That's the thing. Like, one day they might be, if we try hard enough. Oh yeah, we gotta burn the books, that's right. Single Bono, a couple Alex, a single Gaze. Yeah, I'll have to refight and get this stuff off screen. How did Germa get in the light? Yeah! That's how. That's my best Germa impression. You look like Freddy Fazbear. To quote Germa. We got an Alex page. Sure, we'll give you an Alec. Why not? Give you like an Observe. No, this is Electric Shocks. This is Zap. Sure thing. Get like some like we're out of weight up, so we'll throw on some Want a Taste of This chains. A little bit of a. Sure, that works. Don't make that noise ever again. Why? It's my Germa impression. Bible to confirm by Ruina streamer Kyle Lotto. True, yeah. I've got. Let me just say, I can't give any spoilers ahead, but I'm just telling you, Bible 2, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. Look forward. Future announcements. Yeah, we'll do general reception with these. Workshop affiliated fixer, and we'll take off gun for this. We probably do not, if it's only 3 enemies, we really do not want guns, because we kind of need to get their books. So yeah, we'll try and be not as kill. Get the Observe off, get the Butterfly Slash off, you can get the... You can go for a now die for the bit. Okay, looks good. Just focusing on the emotion level stuff for now, of course. Hopefully we get it all. Here are the guys. Yeah, they're cool. Title of Tingus fanfic is Bible 2 now. Potentially. You never know. It's fitting. You know, according to my inside sources, you know, people have compared Dingus Office to, you know, the Bible a lot. Love workshops. We do love workshops. We love the workshop affiliated fixers and how little they add. No, they've got cool stuff. That's the thing. I just wish they had a name instead of just being workshop affiliated. They should have given the workshop a name. I just ignored these guys in the workshop video, I think, yeah. Probably. I was like, why, there's genuinely nothing to talk about. I might have mentioned them, maybe. I don't remember. It's been a while. I need to make more funny videos. Or not, I need to make more, like, lore videos. They're fun. Like, I'm not the one naming the fanfic. Yeah, I know. Cards are stuff. You totally want to use the devil. Ooh, the devil's gonna be, the boiler. The boiler's probably the devil, if I had to guess. That's, you know, no spoilers, of course, so that's just, you know, personal guess. Not letting any, you know, confidential information get out, of course. I would never. I'm very professional. I can be trusted with trade secrets. Cauliflower is almost dead. Like stab and detonate animation. Yeah. Cool stuff. I like these guys. They're nice. Probably shouldn't let them kill us too hard, huh? Wouldn't it be great if they killed us a bunch? That one's dead though, so there's no reason like bother saving. Can't come up with like what 8 more Dingus 6s? I can come up with them then probably. My vote in Mystery always, but of course. we love that Dingus office though, that's for sure. Your other one isn't staggered. You're going for a strong attack though. We'll hit you with like a structural now. This deck is awful. I cannot make decks on stream. Like I will make the worst garbage. I get access to the Bible too. Let's just say me and Jesus go back. Of course, Jesus being, you know, the person who wrote the Bible and is now writing the Bible too. As I'm sure you guys all know. He's in the Bible too, you're on the Bible too, God. Insanity. You got some feeble. Bro's been feebled. Bro's burnt to death. Yeah, I'm a close friend of Ayn. Yeah, we also go back. Me, Jesus, and Ayn. You know, we went to high school together. Space deck only it'll work, I swear. True. That's a good idea. I'm Jesus? I guess you might be Jesus, yeah. Kinda hard to deny such facts. Okay, let's do the other one while we're here. Let's do Hanafuda. And we'll do we'll do Nutsacks. We're gonna see just how effective the base deck is, I think. Hanafuda time. God, I forgot this is the awful floor. Hey, let's talk about this. Oh, what is there to talk about? We're trying out your strategy. You know, if it's such a good idea, then, I mean, we gotta test it out, right? How could we not? You focus strikes? Yeah, you got this. I died how you live for the bit. That's how you want to go, I think. I just need more discard. I always need Hanafuda. Hanafuda would be cool. Also, Hanafuda is more J-Corp stuff. I think we're going to head back to J-Corp for Honglu's Canto, most likely, so I don't know. Died I would live for the bit. Actually, can make that my death quote. If you remind me, afterwards, maybe. Okay, you get to live a little bit longer, though. You're being spared, strangely enough. Combat prep that. Guardian that. Okay, you can retaliate one of these. And then, like, kind of ratio someone, I think. Like that, maybe. Then you're gonna go for another combat prep there. Okay, this works. Kind of not the best thing to retaliate. None of these guys have anything great to retaliate against, unfortunately. So we just build up more defense next turn by using more combat preps, as we do. Yeah, we'll pop the best out of them. I always take it because it's awful. I don't know why I'm just, like, so used to being like, yeah, let's take the worst possible option. Yeah, this is garbage. Let's take it. Okay, you gotta take down. You gotta clash in the shuffle hands. You got this though. You got. Oh, actually, you gotta go for the. Honestly, charge and cover might do it. Scary as that is, but you've got 5 endurance. Yeah, we believe. You guys do like nothing is also really funny. Guardian that guy. Guardian that guy. That works. Pick the Alcoholics floor. We're using bit ticket, by the way. Yeah, it's to prove a point. Oh, look at that though. Look at this. You know, you might have been right though. Actually, look at that. Yeah, you staggered Hanafuda with that one. And we get Laughing Powder here to, you know, reduce chance of being staggered to near 0 in a fight like these, where these guys have like 3 attacks. Okay, we got a Guardian. If we Guardian that, maybe we can combat prep that. And we're gonna have you focus strike Hanafuda, I think. That works. It's like how good at focus strikes is. Hanafuda is nothing to you, that's true. You've made that abundantly clear, I think. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. Attacking quite the strong foe you are. You gotta go for the light defense. If you just spam the defensive cards, you're fine with how much endurance stacking we do on this team. That's the thing. Okay, you're going for 2 low. What is wrong with you? Why are you going for 2 of these? Bled the goat? Perchance. We're doing, because we're using this team though, we're doing like no damage. What if you could maybe just make base attack not usable? Possible. Dice power +1. We're throwing it on Netsack. It probably won't self-destruct. Oh, okay, they really want you dead. Hate to say it. Yeah, we can redirect some of them. One of them, I mean. They're also doing, like, no damage because these guys are, like, kind of comedically pathetic. Which is good to see, I guess. Focus strikes that guy. You can, Silent Knight that, and that's something, I guess. Not really much more to say than just calling it something, because that's all it is. Is blah 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 using the base librarian outfit, or am I wrong? No key page. Yeah, no key page. We're testing it out. We're testing the viability of not running any key page at all with blah blah blah. And so far, it's going decently, really. Okay, now you're actually using Sakura, though, which means we retaliate and you do nothing. Because you're really not good. We'd do another retaliate if we wanted to. Not really a reason to, but like we could just kind of thwack someone a little bit, someone we don't like too much. Yeah, we'll probably just Silent Knight you. Sure, that works. You get thwacked a little bit by the shovel hands, but that's okay. Should take this extra way for Uncanny Strike. I'm probably gonna wait until I'm probably gonna wait till start of the city before I really try focusing on. Oh, Blood has died. Before I start focusing on people's requests too much, because early game there's too much deck changing to be done. We want to be any synergy with gun there. There's not really a lot of gun synergy just in general in the game. That's the thing. Like, don't get me wrong, there's some good stuff for like gun is strong in general. But yeah, it's not one of the floors that particularly synergize with it, but there's not a lot of floors that do just kind of synergize with gun. Okay, this is the part where we should probably kill Hanafuda, though, I think. So that we at least do something here. We've got no offensive capabilities, though, so it's not really going too well. Okay, we're fine. We get another emotion level up. Token of Friendship, we get some healing off. That's good. Prevent us from dying. Double up on the Silent Knights for next turn endurance shenanigans. Combat prep Hanafuda. You cannot redirect anything here, so we're just gonna have you Guardian Hanafuda twice, maybe? Sure. Obviously, device is pretty. Yeah. Man, I want to think of if you ever want to change something about it, just feel free to just resubmit your any assistant librarian you've already submitted and has already gotten in or something, and I'll just get rid of the old one and replace it with a new one. That's simple enough. When we get to the end of Ruina starting Mars 7, we move everyone to the desired floors. Maybe. Actually, is there is there an efficient way to do that? That's what I want to know. Like, is there a mod that lets you just move its librarians around? Because that would be insanely useful. And if so, yeah, gladly I'd move people around their desired floors as much as I can. There we go, Hanafuda's dead though, that's good. Oh, you're staggered though, that's not great. We're fine though, we win these. We can't redirect that, so Dreki probably dies. I think we just kind of let that be then. Such is the will of the city. We just do as much as we can here. Oh, the directly would have survived if we actually just redirected the other attack, huh? Oh, did we stagger the right person, or was it the other person we needed to stagger? Maybe we're fine? No. No, Dreki died because of our incompetence. Whoops. Whoopsies. Well, we can go for... we actually can't combat prep with you, and you can only... Okay. This might be where we lose, funnily enough. I mean, luckily we're resisting some stuff. And we're taking previous damage. Most gun is pierce ammo, can be sacrificed easily. Yeah. So you can go for a combat prep here, that's good at least. We'd like you to stagger this person, maybe? We're also, I mean, we're not dying, that's an important thing to keep in mind. Like, we're alive. Against all odds. We'll try something like that, maybe. Yeah, yeah. Okay, that person's almost dead. That's good, at least. Hitting weaknesses is not great, though. And we're no longer getting healing from the child, so that's bad. You can land that hit. You're being attacked a little bit. You're gonna want to... We're gonna try guardianing you. At least kill the top left. It's gonna be so insanely bad if we die, though. If we lose this fight. Because, we used a bunch of random books, and we'll have to get them back, probably. So, let's try and see if we can cling on. Is there character limit line? There is. I don't know exactly how much it is. It seems to be a little odd. But yeah, there is, in fact, a limit, so you can't say as much as you want, unfortunately. I know we should combat prep. Combat prep this. Silent Night. That, maybe? Yeah, sure. It's something. Yeah. Don't like it, but it sure is something. Think HP on Lenny now? Yeah. And we can only play a single attack this turn. Yeah, we lose these, I think. Pretty hard to deny. Oh, actually, wait a second. We just need to weaken them. Wait, we're not out of the count yet. Okay. Can this kill enemies? What's your max HP? It doesn't say. I don't think you can kill... that's not great. Because when you die, you'll deal HP damage to enemies. It's not enough to kill, though, yeah. And I don't know if it can kill. That's unfortunate. There is there's a limit and you hate the game. A lot of the default quotes go above the limit for some reason. It's because of localization. That's the reason why. Workshop, Rusted Chain Link, Chikon. Okay, I mean, this we just lost general annotation stuff, so I'll make sure I get those back at some point. But, well, we got our Hanafuda pages, so that, I mean, that's good enough for me. You know, it's because it didn't break the page limit in Korean. Quite simply. Yeah, we'll burn more of these, sure. I'm gonna have to redo all the general annotation in my own time, so that should be fine. Yeah, there's Hanafuda's page. Maybe we'll use it. Maybe we'll slot it into Olga or something. Maybe we'll just run the same deck as Olga. Who knows? Anyways. Sing machine time. I don't know. I know I built this deck around Blunt. That's all I know. Or this floor around Blunt. I think that's all I remember, though. I don't think it's going to be good. I think it's going to be very bad if I had to take a wild guess. But maybe I'll be wrong. Would be a nice surprise if I was wrong about that. That's for sure. Resubmitted that's alright. Sounds good. I'll make sure update them at some point. I might do it off stream, I don't know. I'm gonna crawl a machine and relax. It does look like a very nice machine to chill in, that's true. It's tempting. Okay, we do get metallic ringing though, so that's good. We just gotta save our strong attacks. That's the most important thing, right? Crush you. Oh no, we don't want to crush you. We want to crush you. We want to crush you. And we'll have you one-sided loosen up this guy. Hopefully we get another emotion level. Depending on getting at least a little bit of min-max rolls, but that shouldn't be too bad. Yeah, there we go. Almirante's fine now. Kyrie just needs to get at least one min or max roll, and we should be set. There's a min roll, so there we go. More emotion level up. We get violence. We give that to Yasad as well. And this is the turn where we need to not get put into the machine. Do we have good pages for this? Not really. We've got some stuff, like Shocking Blow. Can probably do one of these, like that, maybe. 3 to 7 is a little scary. Could gamble to scratch that. I'm down. Try staggering at least one of them with this. Sure thing. Well. That's unfortunate. Because it should be expected. But that's fine. Yasad's been put into the machine. You got a bad roll. We've got a bunch of strength this turn, though, so let's see if we can make the most of it. Yeah, it seems like we can make the most of it decently. Alright, that's fine then. Welp, into the shredder. This thing just told a lie. Welp, into the shredder. Yeah, I guess I deserved all things considered for, you know, my overconfidence or whatever. It was bound to happen. Starting out lightly is a bad idea. I'll go for it. No, we want to clash with you, yeah. Shocking Blow that then. We can scratch that you and then maybe just throw in like a Flash of Sun up there. Seems good. Not really doing the most here, but it's fine. Scratch that with violence is a little funny. I'm gonna sleep in the Greed Cocoon? Alright. Don't really have anything to say about that. Sure thing. I don't know. Found Warm Cocoon, Sinclair reference. True! The warm cocoon, I dream to be like you. Though I know there's no one do. We cannot clash again. Someone's going to be forced into the machine no matter what. Not how the lyrics go, but I like to imagine it is. Not great. Okay, well, we're just gonna try clashing to the best of our abilities then, maybe. Usage scraps. No, that's not gonna go into. Okay. Well, let's see. So first things first, we need to strong strike you, stagger you instantly potentially. So that's the hope. Strong strike you, and then scratch that you, and then you're just gonna throw in like a crush on like right. I think Limbus Coin System is a lot less RNG. Oh yeah, absolutely. I agree. 1 HP on this guy. Okay. Well, you've been put in the machine, very unfortunately. That's fine, though, because we, win these, maybe. It's still gonna be a little scary, but that's fine. We're gonna crush you, hopefully get good rolls. We're gonna start out lightly you, hopefully get good rolls, and then we'll flash sun up you. Oh, yeah. I mean, I guess that's to be expected. That's fine. 3 HP on you. This guy is 1 HP left. I'm just gonna think because it's less zero sum. That is true. It's more average, which is like the real big positive. Okay, well, I mean, we win these is the thing. It's like, sure, you kill Almirante, but I mean, I think we're fine. Let me kill you. There's just 1 left now. He's at 17 HP, so we should be fine. Unless any bit of bad loss, say loss and ruin a bit bad, that can just be reduced damage while still winning. Yeah, it's hard to say, that's the thing. I feel like early game, the Ruina luck feels awful. I think later game, it's really not that big of a deal, whether you min-max or roll, but early game, like, the rolls are all so close that it really feels like sometimes you just lose. There we go. With victory. Very, very, very clean fight, I think. Yeah, give me... Oh no, I accidentally launched Limbus. Okay. Whoops, whoops. I didn't even realize I hit the button. Yeah, I'm currently sending my friend the Winston Churchill quote since he's asking about it. We win these. Hey yo, get your books. Or got your books. I'll just leave them here and go before Mr. Viper bites.
누구한테 들었죠?
Who told you that?
뭐가?
Told me what? What are we gonna argue about this time? You referred to me as a Viper just moments ago. Well, I called you that because you like to spit venom at others with that sharp look. You know, there was one guy I used to know who was kinda like you. I mean, I assume he's talking about, like... I mean, there's definitely, like, one of, like, the Charles Fixers. Maybe, like, a Stolfo or something. I don't know. It might be... What's the one Roland Reed doesn't like? Reynaud? Might be. He was nicknamed the Viper. Yeah, not a Stolfo. I mean... Who knows? It's probably Charles' person. That's funny. I was also nicknamed as such a long time ago. See, people all think in similar ways. You're a bit milder than that guy, though. So yeah, it's probably the one Roland doesn't like. Has to be Olivier? I don't think so. Could be you, or he's saying a guy. Is that supposed to be a compliment or an insult? I don't know, I'm trying to think. I feel like, I mean... So, in the early Limbus tweet, the one with Roland talking to Gaberbo, who's the strongest, you saw it has some rather rude words about one of the Charles office members. It could be that one. I don't know. That's what I think. Oh, hi, Gregor. Hi, Gregor. He's been laying, like, by my feet this entire time since, you know, he was active earlier. Make sure he's nice and cozy. More of a compliment. In any case, you're upright at heart. Yeah, he's dissing the Viper person a little bit here, I feel like. There was a time when I would pressure myself and others with a paranoidal obsession to order. Back in Lobotomy Corp? Correct. Back then, even a small mistake could lead to substantial casualties. It doesn't hurt to be strict when caution is needed. I wanted to remain level-headed at all times. I tried to conceal all my emotions, even when I felt anger or sadness. So I treated others in a frigid manner, under the pretext of rules and discipline. And there was this good friend. What was his friend's name? It's on the tip of my tongue. The one that he played Word Chain with, and then the friend died. James, that's the one. Yeah. Rest in peace, James. Charles will turn true. Is that why you're being so cold to me as well? No, I don't like you. No, it's the opposite, in fact. I am upset at your compliance with Angela precisely because I cannot stand to tolerate what we're doing with a cool head. In my first life as a person named Gabriel, I wanted to make the world a better place. I wish technological advancement would bring comfort to people. But look at what we've gotten into. In Lobotomy Corporation, we turned people into abnormalities and sacrificed even more people to the abnormalities, all to generate energy as part of our singularity. And what we're doing now isn't any less ruthless. For the sake of retrieving the light, we are killing people yet again and turning them into books. Inflicting pain on others in favor of information. I want to say Burn Captain is just terrible because no pride equals no pass equals no burn. It depends on how you're running Burn. If you run Burn with, like, you know, like, I mean, in Focus Encounters, it's not... I mean, if you're running Burn in such a way where you're giving Magic Bolt Otis multiple skill slots, you could technically trigger the passive, but I don't know. Yeah, it's not... the Burn's just a little extra thing. Not great. It's as if comfort can only be achieved through the agony of others in this city.
편할 수 없는 것처럼.
Like I said, you saw it, you're upright at heart. Though I don't really get why anyone would bother to care so much for others. I think the opposite, actually. Someone else must have benefited from all the trouble I went through, so it's only fair that I get to make use of the convenience others suffered for. It's very much like you to think so. But that kind of mindset truly ease your mind. Nothing I can do about it anyway. That's that, and this is this. Still, I don't want to say that your way of thinking is outright wrong or anything. You're right. Way too right. That doesn't vibe too well with me or the city. You must be thinking I am pathetic like others do. You know, this difference between our mindsets might be what'll let you do things I couldn't dream of doing. I think also the thing about burn teams is burn teams do not benefit from the skill ones. Most skill ones on burn IDs are not great. So assist attack doesn't help you even if you do get that off. Like, it's very clear. Stuff like poise gets so much more of a benefit because you can build up poise with skill ones, but skill ones are both poise. Same with like charge. Similar situation with like insight IDs. Stuff like that benefits a lot from assist attack. And people are just strong skill ones in general. That's the thing. Most of the burn IDs have pretty mediocre skill ones. Don't get me wrong, Magic Bullet Otis' skill 1 is super strong, but on the burn side of things, it's pretty weak. I just write item in the areas of the resubmission, because, you know, it's a lot to copy. Oh yeah, feel free to just, you know, do something like that. That'll work. As long as I know the name, I should be fine to figure out which is which. To shake up the whole system, you need perseverance more than anything. So Liu Hong's passing means they'll go count positive. Does... I'm trying to think. If I pull up a... Does... I'm trying to think, does... That's true, you could get some benefit out of that, but... I don't know. Oh, skill 1 rolling 7 needs super. Yeah, it requires a lot of burn on target. It's not great for the burn side of things, though. You're talking about, like, Liu Honglu's passive, but, like, at the same time, like... Chances are... If Liu Honglu's passive targets the person that you have selected first whenever in the max sanity, which is probably going to be Magic Bolt Otis or Captain Ishmael, who don't even have that much burn in the first place. I don't know. It just doesn't work. It just doesn't synergize together. That's the thing. Burn for the flavor. Yeah, it's because Ahab has a little bit of burn, and because, you know, it's a gas harpoon. Like, you know, it's a gas. There's a gas light within the harpoons. You know, it's like it has a little fire. That's the bit, I think. For the sake of it, really is. It's a little extra thing. It's minor. Who knows? You might actually create technologies that don't need sacrificing others to run someday, right? I've already endured for so long, and you're telling me to stay silent yet again. Just this once, man. Just one more time. Things could turn out differently this time around. But on Greg, he inflicts much more burn than the 3 stars. But here's the thing. If you do it on Greg, then it kind of backfires entirely. Because then Magic Bolt Otis isn't the one to get the second skill slot first. It means you don't get the pride resonance, which means Captain Ishmael isn't even being used for a full thing. You can see what I mean, like... You're just going to kind of backfire. And sure, you could be in a situation where Greg is the highest SP first selected because, you know, maybe, like, Otis lost some sanity from using Magic Bullet, Ishmael lost some sanity from allies getting kills, something like that. But most of the time, like, it just kind of backfires because the Liu Honglu passive just won't help out the correct people for it, you know? Captain doesn't have much synergy with that. Just like a heart happen. It's not even a lot of burn, that's the thing. And our bleed applications for the sake of the... It really feels like our bleed application just for the sake so all our skills benefit from Bloody Mist. Shifter's weapon from R-Corp. Yeah, it has that similar thing. Who knows? We don't know Ahab's, like, backstory. She could have been in the war for all we know. I wouldn't be shocked. Just old war criminal. Fits a lot. And besides, some things did improve over your time in Lobotomy Corp, right?
그렇습니다.
That is true.
적어도 제
I can at
지시를
least be
따르시면
with my former employees, who have always been loyal to me. Yeah, what did I tell you? There is one improvement at least. Change up stuff one at a time like that, and you can make a huge difference eventually. Visual technical overheating. Yeah, it's a if it was an actual important part of her kit, then it would, but because it's like a minor thing, it doesn't need a visual thing, I feel like. I still have your previous results, don't worry about that. Even if your new stuff isn't as good, I'll just try and like compile it together or something. Love the spin. Oh yeah, the spin is funny. That's true. You're quite the foolhardy individual, aren't you? But you do have a point, Roland. Some things have gotten better, as you said. I will try and persevere as long as there are improvements to be made. Can I leave you with my share of persevering, too? I suppose I'll have to consider that. See, you're just too nice. Andrew would have instantly shut me down with a... It turns out that conversing with you wasn't all too unpleasant after all. Yep, I have my charm, you see. And let's drop the courtesy while we're at it. I am more comfortable speaking this way. Matter when you have glimpse of flames. Fair. Yeah, figured. Cheers then. It was nice talking with you. Kevin is the first ID since Sonic you see. Yeah, and Sonic Glyphs are pretty minor. Sonic Glyphs were kind of like an afterthought, really, while Captain Ishmaels are kind of built around it. Defensive dice gain power, defensive dice gain 1. More damage, more stagger damage, defeating enemy, gain stagger stuff. Rhythm, I don't care about that one. And here we go. Floor of Natural Sciences, huh? That's the 5th floor we're opening. Its patron librarian is Tiferet. What's up with all these weird names? This is a funny cutscene. Hello, Tiferet. Are you there? Shut it. Ugh. I'm standing right in front of you. Where do you think you're looking? What? You're totally a kid. I'm actually a lot taller than I used to be, you know? Oh, compared to your past self in Lobotomy Corp. No, I mean compared to my first life. I was an actual kid back then, but it looks like I woke up with an older body this time. I'm not sure if it was the library's powers or Angela's thoughtfulness, but this body should be better suited for librarian work, so I'm cool with it either way. Although, if it actually took all the years I've lived into account, I'd have to look a bit older. Putting that aside, isn't it a little rude to punch someone you just met in the face? This is giving me flashbacks, yeah, to his wife. Punching him as soon as they meet. Funny callback. Or called forward, I guess. I don't know. Well, it's because you were being such a clumsy dork. What's your name, anyway? Roland. Previously a fixer scraping at the bottom of the barrel. Current status, helping Angela. I suppose you've already met the ones in the upper layer. Upper layer? I thought I was going up, not down. Right, it would be the lower floors this time around. Still, you get what I mean, so just roll with it. Sheesh, aren't you the sassy one? Automobiles for test floor. I don't know. There's a couple of ways you can go about doing it, I'm sure. A lot of the admin pages like solid, like, benefits that don't really need to be built around, I feel like. Tifzodi is the main thing you'd want to build around, if anything. I'm trying to think, but, like, I don't know. They've got, like, a bootleg, like, all for Hana going on there. With one of the admin pages. I don't think it's something to build around, though. I'm Tiferet, in charge of the floor of natural sciences. Thought doing science required actual thinking, though. Oh, no you don't, you silly little thing. Dodged. You're pretty brisk with throwing punches, but it's not quite as quick as someone I used to know, eh? Ugh. Stop looking down on me, will you? I heard a lot of stuff about science in my past workplace, you know? Script's kind of weird. Yeah, either you build around Tiferet or just have a bunch of solid stuff, really. Nothing else really comes to mind. There might be something obvious I'm forgetting, but like a lot of it benefits like winning clashes, which you're gonna want anyways and stuff like that. So yeah, win clashes, hit enemies, the normal sort of stuff. I'm probably a lot older than you in actual age too. Professor Crystal Atelier dodge. Yep. What's the point of being older if that doesn't reflect your words and actions, little miss? How's Angela doing anyway? Roland's subtle moments. He's really not subtle at all. And like, I've watched a lot of playthroughs of Ruina, and every time I notice more and more just like, it's insane how unsubtle Roland is with his every action. And yet he appears so much less suspicious than he actually is on a first playthrough. You just chalk a lot of what he's saying up to being like, oh yeah, that's just Roland moment. But it's just so sketchy, especially when you get to start of the city. He's like beefing with Angela like every other reception. Curious as always. She also like shouts something. This story means 2 wheel spins. Yeah, and I mean, we did just get another a librarian for Yasad, so we have 3 wheel spins to do. That's understandable, I suppose. Angela lived her whole life in a basement, after all. Yeah, said she never even got to see outside. I'm guessing you aren't holding some deep-rooted grudge against her like the other librarians are. I roughly know what she went through. I thought she was just cruel, but I could see some events of the past while I was asleep. I could also see things happening in the present, all the way down to the moment you woke me up. So I can understand Angela somewhat. I'm pretty sure the librarians who are still asleep all have a grasp on what's going on as well. Though the idiots in the upper layer, the lower floors, still seem kinda confused. So you agree with Angela's choice? It depends on the one final choice she'll make at the end of this. I'm willing to help her out for now, at least. Our primary goal is the same, all things considered. To complete the library? Yep. The light is only truly meaningful if it shines for 7 days straight. Boy, is it refreshing to be an amicable librarian for once. Alright, I'll make sure to bring some picture books next time as a bonus. Yeah, gonna punch him to the next world. Yeah, look at that. We've got quite a few wheel spins to do, so I might ration them out a little bit. First off, though, we gotta get a new person on Yasad's floor to spin things out. We'll start with a wheel spin. We'll do a reception. We'll do another wheel spin, I think, something like that. I'll ration these out a little bit for the sake of, you know, pacing, I guess. But yeah, let me pull up the wheel and let's give it a spin. Let me make sure there's been nothing new. I think the new stuff, I assume, is just people resubmitting stuff. Yep, okay, that works. So let's give the wheel a spin. And we have Kana here. Alright, let's take a look. Let's see, so let me pull this up. So this is going to be Kana. We need to grab wherever that is. Okay, here we go. Response number is 7. Let's see. Hairstyle, bangs 19. Back 15. You 185, already almost there. 185. 81. And brightness of 100, okay. Face and eyebrows, eye 20. Eyebrow 2. Mouth 3. Skin color is going to be 40. Okay, that's basically 40. Saturation 16. Brightness of 100, and eye colors are black. Alright. Appearance projection. Walter, Tenma, or Cecil, however you pronounce that. I still don't know how you pronounce that name, actually. Alright, Walter it is, then. Walter. Okay, battle symbols. You want... Eye, Midnight Streetlighter, Imperfect Ego, so we'll do this. And Ear, Twinkling Analyst. Like that, okay. Bird floor just said, be fine with any floor. Combat time. Combat entrance. Alright, this shouldn't be a problem. Ready, everyone. Victory cry. I'll try hard next time so we can win once more. Death. It had to go like this in the end. On ally death. Sorry, this wouldn't have happened if I had been more courageous. Darn, got cut off there. Unfortunate to see, but it's like that. And then on kill, you're my enemy, so there's no reason for me to let you off. Good night. Sweet fellow is what it's supposed to say. Yeah, it's annoying limits, that's for sure. Preferably Liu key page, we'll do that eventually. Emotional turbulence stuff. No Lord's Nugget from Lockport got attached to. Fair enough. Funny would be a brawl, ended in the Assad's floor. That is true. Would be funny. Nervous if you're choosing you've forgotten a lot of stuff. Would it be hard to make a limit breaker mod for the quote? That's a good question, actually. I wonder. Let's see, what does the game call it? It calls it dialogue. So what if I look up dialogue in the workshop? Bug fixes. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's anything like that already. It would have been cool if there was, but it makes sense there's not. Kind of a rough stuff. Would it be hard? Probably. I don't know, though. I say that because I've got no idea myself. Okay, here's the plan. We're going to do another reception, and then we are going to spin the wheel again. We're going to ration it out a little bit. The first things first, let's build Ghana real quick. We'll throw an Adafunda, why not? And then, I could try bothering with Sakura. You know, throw on, like, one of them, or maybe... I don't know, this deck just works for me. Like, that's all there is to it. Like, I don't really feel the need to mess with it any more than that. You gotta throw in, like, a Rain and Mika. Times like these, best choice. For a little bit of benefit. Not gonna be as good just kind of by default, but that's fine. And is there anything good from you guys? There really isn't, right? I don't think so. Discard to gain haste. Yeah, you've got some haste synergy stuff. Relay. Draw a page upon discarding this page. Not as good as just the stay calms, I feel. I don't know. This'll work, maybe. Random cards, yep, I like it. It will work, yeah. That is the deck building at its core. I'd pull, but I don't think there was really much of a choice here, you know? We're gonna do this one. Sure wonder what's gonna happen here. Mary, where are we now? How much time has passed? Tommy, you're awake. I'm sorry. I don't really know. I don't know how long we've been here. We're about 10 days in. 10 days? How are you feeling right now? You were out cold for 3. I thought warp trains were supposed to arrive in just 10 seconds. How could this happen? What's going to happen to us? Where are we? I'm not certain myself, Mr. Tommy. I already heard your name from your lover, in case you're wondering. I'm Elena, currently working as a nurse. And this is Jaehyun, a doctor from our hospital. A pleasure to meet you. I took care of you while you fainted. This is my first time experiencing a delay like this, too. I've used warp trains quite often, you see. I'd always have a pleasant 10-second trip to the destination.
선생님도
Do you know anything
이런
about
상호에
accidents
대해서
like
아시는
this,
거 있나요?
doctor?
나도 전혀.
Not at all. This kind of malfunction should be fatal to Edgar's image. It's strange that they haven't made any response for this long. Why are we worrying about W Corp? We're all going to starve to death trapped inside this train!
굶어 죽게 생겼잖아요.
토미,
Tommy,
사실은
actually,
제가 말할게요.
let me tell him.
3일간
Tommy,
잠드셨던
you were
토미
asleep for the
씨.
last 3 days.
지금
Are you feeling any
한숨을
thirst right
쉬시나요?
now?
기절해 있는 동안 그
You didn't
어떤
consume any
숨을
water or
쉴 수도
moisture while you were
없었는데요.
out, so just so you know.
목이
I'm not thirsty at all.
이곳에서는
For some reason, no one here appears to be feeling any kind of hunger or thirst. To elaborate, no one has shown malfunction or distress in vital physiological functions. How is that even possible? Just what is going on here? We have no idea. Let's wait a little more. Seems that time is all we have after all.
우리에게는 시간밖에 없는 것 같으니까요.
Time, huh?
토미,
Tommy, you can keep your eyes closed if you're tired. I'll always be at your side.
내가 여기 옆에 항상 있을 테니까.
Me too, Mary. I'll stay next to you all the time.
옆에 있을게.
15 days in.
토미,
Tommy! Mary, what's wrong? What's with all that noise?
시끄러워.
Tommy, wake up! This is bad!
이런 일이
Although we
곧
did
일어날
expect
거라
something like this to happen
생각했지만
sooner or later.
대체
What's going on?
일인데?
옆칸에서
It seems trouble has occurred in the carriage next to ours.
뭐
What are
지금 뭐
what are
하는
they
거야?
doing?
저 사람?
Watch me! Witness me! Ah! I cut off the noise there, but yeah, slitting his own throat noises. A natural reaction to being trapped in a closed space like this for more than 2 weeks.
저
Did-
사람
Did that person just slice off their own throat?
거예요?
뭐?
Huh? This is
이건
intriguing.
흥미로운걸?
Doctor?
확실히
Certainly is. Eileen didn't send us here for nothing. Look at this! Ah, my neck is barely dangling and I'm still alive!
목이 반쯤 붙어 있는 바로 죽지도 못하고 있잖아.
Tommy! Tommy!
이리 와.
Stick with me, Mary! 16 days in.
아,
Ah,
토미 씨.
Mr. Tommy, you're finally awake. Trying to cross the... Ah, I never thought I'd faint so many times in my life.
이번에 다 쓴.
메어리 씨는
The sight must have been quite shocking for Miss Mary as well.
그러게.
Yeah, she's still asleep.
아직도 자고 있네요.
Also, a detail I never noticed here, but like, Jaehyun's looking directly at the camera. He's looking directly at Roland and Angela. He does reference them in the next thing, but like, I know I've just been reading the story, but like, yeah, no, this is definitely intentional. He's looking directly at us because he knows he's being watched. He even mentions as such in, you know, the next node, the node after this one, but yeah, he's very clearly just referencing it here by just looking directly at us.
저기
What happened to that
그
person?
사람은 어떻게 되었어요?
전에 목을
If you're
베어
talking about the
사람은
person that slit their own throat, they were put under quarantine in a different carriage. There's 300 people on board. Can't be the only one to have done such a thing.
격리라면
Quarantined?
아닌가요?
You mean they're not dead?
그렇게나
They should have
피할
died
수도
after
있었을
bleeding so
텐데.
much. You don't usually
실제로도
quarantine a
격리라는 건
corpse.
이상하잖아요.
놀랍게도 그래요.
They're surprisingly alive, even after the arteries were cut.
던데기 살아있어요. 터져나오는
Blood was
피가
spilled all over the floor,
흘러나오는데
but it wasn't completely separated
피와
from the
살점이
body.
몸에서 분리가 되지 않았어요. 피 한
Not a
방울
single
정도는
drop of blood was scattered or
바닥에 피가
smeared on other
스며들
surfaces.
법한데
The pool of blood remained in
그
contact with the
사람과
body like a
한
cohesive
몸으로
mass.
달라붙었어요. 그리고
And that person stayed
정신을
conscious the whole
잃지
time,
않고
enough to
의사 표현을 하고
communicate.
있었죠. 아마도
They're probably still
계속
vividly feeling the
무기상의
pain of their
고통을
neck
느끼고
being
있을
slit.
겁니다.
대체 뭐예요? 이런 일이
What the
가능하긴
hell?
한 거예요?
How could any of this be possible?
모르겠습니다.
I'm afraid I don't know.
미안해요.
Sorry,
토미 씨.
Mr. Tommy. I can't help but give you the same response all the time.
아니에요.
No, it's alright. I shouldn't expect you to know all the answers after all.
나쁜 거죠.
그래도
There's one thing we can
알
know
수
for
있는 건
sure.
하나 있지.
그게
And that's...
뭐죠?
아마도
this is only
이
the
일이
beginning.
시작이라는 것. 마음 단단히
You'll have to
먹어야
brace
할 겁니다.
yourself.
부디
For the sake of
옆에
your
있는
lover as
영웅을
well.
위해서라도요.
네.
Yeah, I gotta.
그래야죠.
30 days in. Tommy, Mrs. Mio from the guest carriage told me that 5 of the 30 carriages are already filled with suicidals.
30명 중 5명이 자살자들로 채워졌대.
걱정하지
Don't
마,
worry,
메어리.
Mary. The people in our carriage are still going strong.
유익한 사람들은
저 엘레나와
It's all thanks to Elena and Jaehyun. It's not just us. Everyone in the 6th carriages seem to be counting on those too.
정도는 저분들만 믿고 버티는 것 같거든.
맞아.
It really is. They're so professional and collected. It's reassuring to have them around.
우리도 안심할 수 있지.
맞아요.
You're right. If it
엘레나랑
weren't for
지은이만
Elena and Jaehyun,
아니었다면
we might have.
메어리.
Mary, don't say dark
그런 말은
things.
하지 말자.
93 days in.
여러분,
The situation is worsening, everyone.
우리가 있는
Carriages
시간의
5 to
동안
15 are still in solidarity, including carriage 7 relocated, but things are not looking good for the carriages beyond 13.
3일 전
Even just 3 days ago.
맞아요.
Yeah, I heard carriage 19 is already full of half-dead people.
무차별적으로
They're breaking into the carriages and ravaging people's bodies like they're playing with them like toys.
놀고 있다고 들었어요.
And
그렇습니다.
that's sadly the case.
그들은
Those
아무래도
people seem to have decided to accept
인간의
pain as a way to
시간을
endure this
견디기
trial
위해
of time.
고통을 받아들이고자 하는 사람들인 것 같습니다.
정신 나간
Have they
거
gone
아니에요?
mad? Killing each other just to
단순히
pass the
시간을
time.
때우자고 서로 죽고 죽이다니.
죽은 건
They aren't exactly
아니지만
dead, though.
메어리.
Mary, they're crawling around with their limbs barely attached. They're pretty much as good as dead.
마찬가지라고.
맞아.
That's right. We must persevere. We can't stop them from damaging their own bodies, but forcing that pain on others is simply unacceptable.
다른 사람들에게 그런 고통을 강요하는 건 말도 안 돼.
엘레나님.
Miss Elena, Jaehyun, sir, what can we do? What if they attack my younger siblings?
그런 놈들에게 당하면 어떡하나요?
소중한
I'm sure you don't want to be separated from your loved ones.
적어도
You want to stay with them forever on this trip that might last an eternity, don't you?
사랑하는 사람과 영원히 함께하고 싶지?
네, 맞아요.
Yes, we do.
그렇다면
We'll endure it if we're together.
재원님,
Can you show us a way,
있는
Jaehyun?
건가요?
저도
I don't want to be separated from Tommy either.
않아요. 토미도
You feel the same, right, Tommy?
당연하지.
Yeah, of course.
그렇다면
Then please have faith in us. We need your agreement, and you must be prepared to fight them.
그들과 맞서 싸워야 합니다.
To fight them?
소중한
The vile people from beyond carriage 15 who are trying to break us apart, of course. 100 days in.
미쳤어.
They're mad. They're all crazy. Why is she smiling here?
토미 씨, 아직 망설이고 계신가요?
Mr. Tommy, are you still hesitating?
토미.
Tommy, look at them. They don't look all too bad.
그렇게 나쁘지는 않아 보여. 물론
I was shocked at first, but
나도 충격을 안 받은 건 아니지만 토미와
if I can be with you forever, Tommy, then I
그렇다면
think I'll be able to make it through.
견딜 수 있을 것 같아.
미안해.
Sorry, Mary.
메어리.
I need a little more time to
조금만
think.
더 시간을 줘.
토미 씨,
Mr. Tommy, while this train has abundance of time, we don't have much of it left for
우리에게
us.
다가오는 시간은 그리 넉넉하지 않습니다.
강요는
I won't compel you. The decision is in your
선택에 맡길
hands.
뿐이야.
113 days in.
할게요.
I'll do it.
한다고.
I'll do it. Tommy, so you've decided. I've seen what happened to the people in carriage 14. They were already raided. They were just sitting there drooling, their eyes turned white in shock. I can't let the same happen to you, Mary.
토미.
Tommy, I feel the
나도
same.
마찬가지야. 좋습니다.
Good. Let's start the
바로
procedure
시작하도록
immediately.
하겠습니다. 선생님,
Doctor,
준비를.
preparations, please.
음.
He nods. 120 days in.
토미,
Tommy,
상태는
how are you
어때?
feeling?
잘
I
모르겠어.
dunno,
그래도
but
이제
I'm
안심이야.
relieved.
네
I can
심장
feel your
박동수가
heartbeat vividly.
생생하게 느껴지거든.
나도 그래.
Me too. We'll never be apart again.
우리는 떨어지지 않을 거야.
150 days in.
여러분들의
Thanks to your love, we could keep carriages up to number 10 safe.
선생님들
All thanks to the new bodies you gave us, Doctor.
다행이에요.
I'm flattered to hear that. Your love for each other is what really protected you. Doctors! Carriage 10 is urgently asking for help!
토미 씨,
Mr.
메리
Tommy and
씨,
Mrs. Mary, could you head to carriage 10 and lend them your
그들에게 힘을
strength?
빌려주실 수 있을까요?
Huh? But we never fought anyone in our lives, and we aren't strong either.
힘도 그다지.
분명 서로를
Your affection for each other will surely invigorate your new
새로운
body.
힘을 줄 겁니다.
Think about IDK why they are acting. I mean, it's so they can, you know, train. They basically want like weapons to use to test the library, because that's the entire thing. The Blue Reaver ensemble is like basically trying to feed the library early on, feed them with like strong opponents to strengthen it up so they can claim the light at the end.
선생님들
We'll trust you, Doctor. 3,437 days in. We can shove suicidals into place like a breeze now, Tommy.
또 아니게 되었네.
그러게
Yeah,
말이야.
it's just as the doctor said. Our affection for each other gave us strength.
서로를 위하는 마음이
It's interesting how it means that like the first 10 years they've stayed pretty much perfectly sane, or at least sane enough to still be human enough. Wonder how long it took for them to fully break. They keep crying out no matter how many times we smash them.
그래도
They should go quiet for a while now. I know that calling this sane is strange, but like they're actually still different people.
마을에 잘 돌아왔습니다.
Welcome back to the
토미
town,
씨,
Mr.
메리
Tommy
씨.
and Miss Mary. Tommy and Mary are the heroes of Lovetown! Tommy, Mary, you're so cool! 724,284 days in.
왔네, 토머리.
You're back, Tommy. What's up, Mommy?
무슨 일이에요, 엄마?
그동안
How have you
별일
been?
없었고?
It's the same as always. I just wonder if I should fold those blood lumps into squares or triangles this time.
훌륭하네.
That's nice. They enjoy pain anyway, so they should like it.
당하는 입장에서도 좋아하겠지.
Where's Daddy?
잠시
He went to the front
아픈
carriage
애를
for a
보러 갔어.
moment. So why do you go here, Mommy?
드디어
I finally got an
재밌는
interesting
물건을
toy.
받았거든. 에일린이
It means
말한
they've seen
거라면
enough, according to
그래도
Eileen.
볼 만큼 봤다는 거겠지.
Interesting toy.
도서관에
The invitation to the library.
전에
Remember the
도시전선을
infamous
유명했던
urban
그
legend?
도서관. 몰라? 너희
The
저속
fixers who
뒤에
sat
있던
behind you
회사들이
disappeared after receiving an
초대장을
invitation that
받고
looks
우리한테
just like this.
사라져버렸잖아.
Sorry, Mommy. What the library? What do you mean by fixers?
아,
Right. I'm sorry.
아이고 미안해라.
No, don't be sorry, Mommy. It's our fault for being dumb.
아니야, 아니야.
No, you'd have
아마
cried
그분이라면
laughing if you were here.
분명 조금 웃겨서 눈물이 나버렸을 거야.
I'm sorry. Please don't punish me.
꾸짖는 게 아닌
I'm not scolding you, see?
벌도 없을 거야.
No punishments either.
자,
Here,
받아.
take this. Do a crime.
그것에
and sign that
마을
invitation for the other
사람들과 함께
townspeople.
서명하면 돼. 혹시
If you can find and
무사히
bring the
그
books
종이에
listed on that
적힌
paper
책을
there,
들고
I'll give you a
온다면
prize.
성공이야. 상을 주도록 할게.
Prize! I like prizes!
어차피
Not
못
like you'll make it back
돌아가지만 해.
anyway.
뭐야?
724,284 days?
저기
Are you alright? You don't look so well.
안 좋아 보이는데.
역겨워.
It's disgusting. It's a
내가
shame that I
사는
can't
일을
vomit like
토ler할
humans
수가
do.
없는 게 아쉽네.
아무래도
It's a natural reaction to seeing stuff like that. What kind of malfunction could have stopped the train for thousands of years anyway? Is everything okay out there? I don't really feel that much time has passed, but... What if time flew without us realizing while we were busy watching that? Less than an hour has passed for us, since we only watched fractions of the process. What about the outside world, though? It should be the same as us. That one is a unique guest. Its book will surely be an interesting read. I sure hope we get to read its book. Ugh. Oh, wow, I'm leaving town for the first time. I'm visiting a new place together with all the townspeople. Greetings, dear guests. Hello, ma'am. Who are you? I am Angela, director and librarian in this library you're in. I'm Tomery from Lovetown. Angela, Mommy told me to get things called books from this place. You can find them through the door over there. Thank you. Do you happen to remember Tommy and Mary? Tommy? Mary? Who's that? Please don't mind. May you find your book in this place. Feel disgusted and sad. And disgusted and sad. Fair enough. I'm gonna start out with Hods. I want a team that's got like a decent bit of like damage type variety. Sure, we'll start out with Hods. I think that's a decent enough plan. Wish they turned out fine. Yeah. $10:60 at night right now. We receive until the stream finished, or I get Leo in here. Fair enough. But yeah, so each of these guys is immune to a different damage type. These guys are weak to pierce, immune to blunt, weak to slash. So we gotta be a little smart with our damage types. Just a little bit, but still important to keep in mind, I think. Your slash, so you probably want someone else clashing that one. Actually, this one's gonna be rough for us because we've got a lot of slash attacks in this team. A little bit of blunt. You can harvest that, and then you can target leftmost. That should work. Rampage it. A little bit of pierce on the rampage, but that should still be fine. Yeah, you can't do anything else, but you can throw on like a random. Want to taste the change? Sure, it looks good. Good 16 right here. Leo lives in my time zone. You guys are both in the same time zone as me. It's Central Standard Time. This figure just didn't affect me much. Yeah, fair enough. I think it's like sickening. Like that's the thing. Does really good job as to what it's trying to do. That's for sure. Really good job. Eugh. You're gonna want to clash that with something. You're gonna want to clash that with something. We can do that there, and then we can probably just do like a now die on you. Looks good. Also throw on a flank attack, redirect it. That's all we're gonna do this turn. Wait for another angry face. And there we go. Send that. You're gonna find an advantage in invading libraries. So there's a little more reason. It's just terrible, awful, and sad. Well, yeah, they would have been even more fine if it wasn't for Elena, though. That's the thing. If Elena and Jaehyun weren't there. Usually when Black that's where Lovetown in particular. It's the first one. Like, after Lovetown, you kind of are, like, a little used to everything afterwards, you know? You kind of grow numb to, like, the horrors after the first time, right? That's how I've always just assumed why this one hits, you know, the hardest by far. Although, don't get me wrong, the other horrors in the city do still hit very hard. You know, you can't help but just mentally compare them to Lovetown, no matter what. That's the thing. Just because Lovetown's just such an event. You know. We'll do this. Angry face, let's go. Let's send it. That's unfortunate. You should have rolled higher, though, so, you know, skill issue on your part. I wonder if they'd actually been okay. Tommy would have been tough for the cleanup crew. Yeah. I don't know. It seems like this cleanup crew is strong. Keep in mind, they're a Nightmare and Love Towns like earlier into the game. You think about like the power scaling like that, and yeah, it kind of fits. That's a slash guy. Yeah, hate the slash guy. Rampage the slash guy. Flash stun this guy, and then I guess we'll just Fierce Onslaught you, Fierce Onslaught the other guy too, potentially get a kill off or something. And that's all we can do this turn. Wait for the angry face then. Everything will be alright. There we go. Yep, stagger, that's nice. Almost killed there. Anything will finish the job off next turn, so that's good to know. Even the +2 is not allowing us to win some of those clashes, though, which is unfortunate to see. There we go, one down. They got me. I do like taking this. Actually, we're gonna go for the Armagon. A little bit of a strange choice, but I feel like it makes enough sense. You're like the guy who's gonna heal everyone. You're gonna self-damage yourself to death and try healing people in the process. Something like that, you know? It checks out, yeah. You're dead. You want to get attacked a little bit more, probably. Will non-stop assault you. That should be good. And we'll wait for the angry face, and then we should be able to send this. Should be able to deal with them fairly easily at this point, I think. Oh, you got staggered. That's unfortunate, but that's fine. Love sounds a unit of measure. I think they're messed up in the city. Shh. It's a really hard scale to beat. That's the thing. I mean, we just, bleed. It wasn't the best way to go about doing it, but it was a funny one, so I decided to roll with it. And here we go, Tomery. If HP goes down to 50% or lower, ... Truly one of the most informational passives of all time. I hate to do this, but, has to be done, unfortunately. Let's see. We need some replacement music. Let's do the normal warp train music. Warp train. Sing it now. That's true. I'll sing it. I'll sing it. Yes, I have been so afraid. Yes, I have been so distant, consistently indifferent. It's hard to put that in an amicable system. I'm sorry, actually, not really. It's just so much fun, too much fun, oh come on. How can you say no to the fast and furious one, but flamingo, the things that we sacrifice for love. L-O-V-E, L-O-V-E, L-O-V, yes, I have da 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 da. Are you? Yeah, I mean, you're in love with me. It's just too much fun, oh come on. How can you say no to the fast and furious one, but flamingo, the things that we sacrifice for love. L-O-V-E, L-O-V-E, done, enjoyed it all. Still, I have my doubts. You're a nice guy, I'm just not ready now. And then Mama said, it ain't family biz, get over it. So toughen up, just like you expected. Yeah, da 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 do do da 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 da. Stick together, Families forever. Inside the train, we walk down the aisle. Furthermore, our love opened the door to a vehicle I'd rather not enter. Seconds later, a new future. Da 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 da. And it was my fault. L-O-V-E, 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 L-O-V-E. Love, love. Oh, that's not good. Okay, I wasn't paying very much attention to the gameplay side of things, but this isn't great. Okay. So I did sing the song though, and I think I did a fairly good job. So you know, I'll take it. Absolute butcher, but it's so fire. True. You guys get the gist. I think that's the important part. Speaking of getting a gist, you're gonna bleed to death. I don't know what that's to do with getting a gist. I also did not wait for the face. That's unfortunate. I've just kind of accepted that this floor is kind of dead, and so I'm just trying to see how much damage we can get off beforehand. Oh well, c'est la vie. One bit to listen to hitting you feels like that machine again. It couldn't be helpful to the others. Yeah, it's just Hod left. Hod mind. You got this, Hod. You can stay calm, and that's all you can do this turn. That's a little bit less than ideal. That's not the ideal, yeah. It's true. We're gonna try one-siding, and, you know, okay. It was angry face when I pressed the button, then it changed, yeah. Same pronouns are they, them. That's true. I mean, actually, Tomri's gender is Tomri, according to the art book, so it's just really just question marks. Okay, well, we need a second floor here. Do we Unga Bunga Blunta Gunka? Do we... Actually, I kind of... I'll follow the Malkuth floor. Solid 7.2 love towns. Thank you, thank you. I'm glad you were that horrified by it. We're going to shoot you dead. We need spot to get that emotional level up. We love it. Flash a sun up you. I want to clash you with something, so we'll just, like, flash a sun up you as well. And then Whip of Love is not worth clashing against in the slightest. Most of this really is not worth clashing against in the slightest, but we'll try with one of these. The goal is going to be to try and just gun Tomri to death, though, and then we should be good. Unfortunately, Layla did not get a lot of emotion coins thanks to that. That's fine. Here's what it is. You're not gonna die to love down. Yeah. If I was paying attention, I would not have gotten Tomri below half HP that quickly. But I was kind of multitasking a little bit too hard, I think. Luckily, we got another G-Con here to make the most of. You can option spotted that, and everyone else just finish off Tomri, will ya? I think they should be able to do a good enough job. Yeah, take the shot. And then scene ends, and I believe we should be set, right? I'll stop the music there, because it's gonna demanifest in a second. There we go. Back to normal. Da dun 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 da 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 do da 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 do dun dun da dun 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 da 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 dun 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 da da dun 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 da da do da 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 da. Yeah. Malkuth's so peak. You just missed it, DC. I just sung the entirety of From a Place of Love because I muted the game's audio. A mod get him, yeah. That's my friend who's been playing Limbus lately. I just work here. Gotta avoid the copyright somehow. Even though it really barely matters, but it matters to me, you know. We should be fairly good here, though. Yeah, he's not a mod because, you know, he's actually like competent and stuff, but just because, you know, he's got, it's like nepotism. it's like nepotism but for friends, you know. There we go. Good fight though. Good fight though. Nice. 3 Tom rebooks, as expected. A couple people died, that's fine. Also, no, we're never getting any battle symbols because they have the mod for all battle symbols, so they just don't exist. I'm not sure if that was a malfunction with the singularity or anything, but now that I see, I may not be the only one to suffer from the copiousness of time. Well, anything can happen. Does that console you somehow? Not at all. I'm different. I won't go through the same ordeal ever again. Dude, do it where you beatbox and you do the lyrics. Trust. Yeah, good idea. Good idea. I retained myself unlike those people. I persevered. I didn't let time consume my sanity. I didn't break down. Alright, let's just calm down and take a deep breath. When the memories of hard times burst forth, you gotta embrace them to the core. There we go. Okay. I think that's gonna be the last fight. I guess we can burn some of these Tom rebooks, of course, you know. So you get some of those faint memories or at the torments. That sort of stuff. I mean, you do trying to make one, yeah. I will compass cover. I gotta cover all the songs, but I gotta do them all from memories. There's those parts of me just being like, duh, 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 duh. Well, yep. Now we are going to... Yeah, no more fights this stream. We're gonna end the stream off, as we should, with a nice spinning of the wheel. And, you know, for the sake of drawing you guys back in, there's 2 nuggets here. I'm gonna spin the wheel once today, and this other nugget for Tiferet, we're going to spin the start of the stream next week, alright? So if you gotta make sure you're there if you want to see that one, but... We at least are going to get 1 wheel spin now, so let's let it rip. See who's going to get on Tifereth's floor. The answer is, oh, it's Iorok. You absolute monster. I am. It's all about building that, you know, thing. Well, I mean, am I still a monster now that you made it in? Your definition of evil. Are you sure about that? You made it in. You sure you want to talk to me like that? Huh? Never mind, I don't care anymore. Yeah, there you go. That's what I thought. I'm sorry. I gotta get those views. You know, I gotta build up those numbers. Can it be on Tiff, not Yasad? You're on Tiff, yeah. You know, no, I already did the Yasad one. You know, the Yasad one was Kana. Yeah, we're doing Tiff. Yeah, let's see. Let me pull up your thing. See what you want here. Let's see. It looks like Chesed from LC. Let's see. We gotta do like a Chesed type thing. Oh, God. I've got no idea how to best do this. We'll do sure something like this. Chesed Lobcorp. Said Logford just had long hair, right? Something like that. I feel like I did this exact same thing in the past, too. Just said Lobcorp. I'm pretty sure I did look up, you know, Chesed just to get, like, the good... Yeah, no ponytail. Ponytail's the other thing, yeah. It's kind of long hair, though, so we'll do something like that, maybe. That should work. Yeah. Looks like Chesed, but so, you know, happy... Pale face, nice and pale. You know, it's just sad, so you know, just gonna be fairly chill. Like that, sure, that'll work. Let's kill Chanel to mod singular. It's probably not here. Or maybe it is. I don't know. The McCullen, Workshop affiliate, Allen. Yeah, we'll do Workshop then. Fair enough, it's cool. Look. Battle symbols, Unburdened Subordinate Night Owl. Oh, great. I'll find them. Yeah, Night Owl's there, so, and then Unburdened Subordinate. Is that one of these? Yeah, there we go. Oh yeah, the board. I see. There you go. Give him shark teeth. Oh, shark teeth, right. You said sharp teeth. That's right. What is there for shark teeth? This one. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Everyone get net Zek, but if he's full one, just Zek. Okay. Isn't enough. Okay, quote time. Wow, this library is in Ruina. It's Library of Ruina. Thank you. Okay. Okay, the victory cry. Now this is what I call Library of Ruina. Okay, death quote. The only one in ruins here is me. On ally death, Rip Bozo XD 1111. On kill, you just have the Sinclair 92 quote. Ruin, devastation, ruin. Swear. That's so cool. Yeah, it's the Boris glasses, yeah. This is in the game itself, DC. Oscar and Alan, anything that's Pierce stuff because it's funny. Can't even spell it right. Hate this guy. Got him. Yeah, so we've got one more. There we go. This is find out next, Tim. You're gonna have to. You guys will have to join back in next stream to see who else we're gonna get. We're gonna spin the wheel once next time, and you know that's gonna be how I lure you guys back here next week. Started off with a juicy little wheel spin. After Wedge, Pierce is gonna be so back. Yeah, that's for sure. Pierce is good. I mean, there's actually some Pierce synergy on this sword. That's right, I forgot about that. One of the sword sharpened with tears, like one of the Knight of Despair cards, is, like based on Pierce, right? Do percentage based on Pierce. So you actually work pretty well on Tiff. If we just give you that one Abno page. But yeah, you're gonna be on the same floor. That is true. It's going to happen. Next time, no, yeah, I gotta lure you guys in, but yeah, of course, next week, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Next time, yeah. We will be back here once again to continue on. Well, I mean, we're gonna be doing, logically, I mean, next week we're gonna be doing Queen of Hatred, almost certainly. We're gonna be doing, like, you know, Wedge, Eco Philip, Bremen, Kurokumo. We'll pretty easily get to Nightmare, and then you guys will get to vote where we go first in Nightmare, which is going to be certainly something. But yeah, that will be all for this time. Good night, everyone. Thank you all for watching. Good night, Oomfies. Good night, Oomfies. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys all next stream.